5.
All right. There she is. Ooh.
Lucky bats. Hey-oh.
The luckiest of bats.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an unlucky bat?
Ah. Alright. What to do? Alright, I think I need to make up a wash and throw it on the chains.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Trokel! Here, I'll use a little more of this Imperial Hobby, even though I wasn't super duper impressed. But I gotta use it up. Oh, and I also have to fix the camera.
Yeah, how dare you?
Mm-hmm. What? Alright, as soon as I turned on the camera settings, it immediately went into focus.
Perfect.
Seems like it doesn't remember. Well, it never remembers my advanced settings. There might be a way. I've never really checked. There must be something to be like, remember these.
You would think.
Mm-hmm. That.
Yeah, it's very odd.
Mm-hmm. I always wonder, because I never watch it on YouTube. I watch it from Streamlabs OBS.
Mm-hmm.
And in camera settings, the camera's like, oof, crispy. And then in OBS, it looks like 30% worse. And then on YouTube, I feel like it matches OBS.
I don't know, it looks perfect to me.
Looks perfect. Like,
I mean, it looks really good.
huh, neat. Well, that's good. I mean, yeah, and Streamlabs could just be doing its best while like conserving computer data, like computer memory and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Computer
displaying,
numbers.
Yeah, just displaying what it needs to be like.
Mm-hmm. Computer booleans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It looks crispy.
Yeah, I'll have to watch the stream later and see.
Mm-hmm.
If you count Batman's parents' backstory, there is indeed an unlucky bat. Mon de Ture, howdy y'all. Alright, what will I paint today? I'm gonna paint.
And hello, Joey Flores.
Ah. There it is. I'm gonna paint
Now we can get going.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint Omega on his knee.
Knee mega.
TK Stitcher Prince, boo, hello everyone.
Ooh, hello.
Need a vortex mixer.
You say that. I think you say that every
No.
time. Well, maybe for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean I'd rather have models every day on every day on some of the painting Facebook groups I'm a part of. They're like, oh yeah, it's very expensive, but it's one of the best purchases I ever made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know, I'd rather have Seraphon start collecting.
Mm-hmm. Seraphon start collecting. I mean, just get a jigsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it right in a jigsaw.
I'm sure there's an STL for the paint shake jigsaw holder machine.
The Jiginator.
Yeah. TK Suitor Prince, remember folks, hit the like icon to show your support. Discord and Patreon info in the video info. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe for the latest videos. A couple of days ago, I finished the book, The Infinite and the Divine, the Necron book, and it's so good. It's so good. It is by far the best 40k novel I've read. I read Eisenhorn. I read Soul Hunter. I read Indomitus. I read Brutal Cunnin. Is that it? Yeah. But out of those, it's the best one. Brutal Cunnin was also very fun. I liked Indominus. It was pretty light. I mean, a hot take alert. I thought Eisenhorn was fine.
Ooh.
And it was fine. It was okay.
Ultra hot take. It was okay.
That one person. Hi.
Hello.
It didn't jim my jams. It didn't flim my flams. Tom Dalton, have you tried one of those tattoo ink shakers? You can get cheap ones for about 30 quid. Yeah, for now, I think just shaking is working for me. Tackle Pig, how's it going?
People put them in socks.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. You put it in a sock and you give the sock a good shake or a spin.
That certainly works. Always use a used sock.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's better. It helps. Yeah, it helps the paint. Yeah, trace amounts of foot get in the paint, and it really kind of brings out the color.
Yeah.
I just linked an attachment for the Dremel.
There you go.
What if you put it in your sock and then shake your leg? Ah, yes. That could be. You know what? Multitasking. I could be shaking 2 paints under the table while painting a figure. Dr. Joko. All my socks are hard as a rock and under my bed, so I can't do that.
I get it.
I don't. Please explain.
In there. Because you put concrete in there, right? Right?
That is the only possible explanation.
What a silly Dr. Drokel.
TK 3D prints. Where can I print the rest of the Dremel? Alright, I would love... I don't see it happening today, but I would love to finish up CATO SICARIUS.
Today?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think it'll happen, but that's what I would want. And Oprah says if you envision it, it'll happen.
Yeah. Did you make a vision board about it?
Oh, I didn't have time to make a vision board. It's not going to come true.
It's not going to come true. Joey Flores put something very funny on the hot takes Discord. But you can only see that if you're a Patreon member of a certain class. All
right. Well, I have something that resembles an Omega.
Did you see those new models?
I didn't know. I haven't looked at anything today.
Oh my god!
I mostly spent the day cleaning. Oh, you know what? I think I saw like a bat monster.
Look at them right
on
now.
Facebook. Okay.
You gotta look at them.
You guys, live react. Do I need to go to the community? I guess.
Yeah.
Warhammer community. I should have it hot linked in my my taskbar. I forgot today's Saturday. It's new stuff. New stuff o'clock. All right, there's Uriel Ventress. Do they have a new section? Usually I just watch not Valrak. Usually I watch Kirioth. All news and features.
If you hit the if you go onto the main page and you hit the preview.
Ah, okay, I see.
You just look at those models.
Warhammer preview online, Lords of the Mortal Realms. All right, there's a fun video that I'll watch later. There's another fun video I'll watch later. Ooh, okay, we got some elves. Yeah. Some nice blue elves. Loving them. I love their giant-ass helmets. I like big helmets. Ooh. Like some sort of a ballista or like a crossbow. Holy cow. This guy's got like a backpack quiver of arrows that are like 8 feet long. That's pretty great. I also like that there's just like it almost looks like if you go to like Menards, you can get those solar powered yard lights that you like stick in the ground. Yeah. They look a lot like that.
They do. They're like fancy ones.
Yeah, like stuck here and there. I'm sure that's exactly what they are. Ooh, and then we've got like a nice bonsai tree floating city.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane. Wild. Oh, that's great. Ooh. We've got an elf riding like a horse, lion, deer, goat. Oh my goodness.
And are you clicking through those?
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these are amazing. Wow. How come 40k doesn't get models like this?
I think that's the consensus.
That is pretty amazing. I love the little bonsai tree on the base. Wow. All right, now we got the bad guy half. Some night haunt, probably. Got some spooky chained up guy. Some Stormcast guy who's just screaming. Stormcasts are neat.
They didn't sound very excited about how neat they were.
The necromancers are hard at work as we speak, preparing the legions of the undead to march to war later this year. Oh, and is this a new model? A little skeleton, little bat skeleton on a horse. I like his lance. I'd probably throw a magnet on there, just so that I don't have to transport a 7-inch tall model. Holy cow! How long does this go for? Is there this much new stuff? Holy moly! There's some orcs, some savage orcs. The savage orc shaman. Ah. If I ever need a weird boy, that's the model it's gonna be. Wow, these are very interesting models. I wonder, is this gonna be a new Savage Orcs like boy box, or is this gonna be like a Warcry?
It's a war
Underworlds box.
Something.
Okay. All right, and then almost
Underworld's Dire Chasm.
All right, on to more Humies. Oh, okay. So we've got the Vampire Hunter, a little dwarf guy, an elf with a bow, a human who might as well just be an Inquisitor. I do like this guy, actually. He's pretty fun with his little flintlock pistol. A really cool magician with a very short beard. A priestess of some kind, an ogre, and a lady knight with a big old bird, like for a cape.
Flipping the bird.
Yeah. Okay, those are sweet. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Bats, rats, like zombie knights, skeletons, lots of skeletons. Okay, yeah, the bad guys are so cool. my god! There's like zombies, and they have their tombstones like on their back. Holy moly! How did I not get a Kirioth video pop up in my YouTube feed today? Oh, and the bats are so good. If anyone doesn't know, if anyone has not been onto the fantasy side of the Games Workshop website, you should look up like, what's it called, like Rat Horde or a pile of rats. It's one of the worst models Games Workshop has ever made. It's a fine cast model. I think it's called like a plague of rats or something, and it's literally just dots. It's a resin piece that you glue onto the top of a base, and it's just dots that you may paint like rats. And then now there's actually proper little horde of rats. Yeah, I'd play the bad guys. I mean, the good guys are cool, but who's gonna pick the good guys over these guys?
That's very true.
I mean, holy cow.
Losers.
Oh my god, and there's even more. Ooh, there's a guy with 2 giant wolf pelts. He's fun. Ah, yeah, these are good. Ooh, there is a giant bat monster. I did see this on Facebook. The giant bat monster looks suspiciously like from a Deathclaw from Fallout. It kind of looks a lot like that. But it's still really, really cool. And then the Shovel Man. The Shovel Man, I think, is going to be the new hot model for like pro painters to paint up and put on Instagram. I think that's going to be Shovel Man. Yeah, these are all completely epic. Wow. Okay, good job, Games Workshop. I'm sure all the prices are going to be very competitive.
Yep. Everything is going to be very cheap.
Oh my god, it's so cool though. I might like those bad guys. Yeah, and like one day I'll probably start an Age of Sigmar army, and it's hard. I love the skinks, but everything else is also pretty amazing. I think it's
called rat. It's called a rat swarm.
A rat swarm.
I'm here. I'm gonna link it in the live stream.
Yeah.
So people can really enjoy that model.
Aquino Quinones. Can I get a shout out for Becky? Tell her she needs to paint more. Becky, I think you're painting enough. I don't think you need to push it.
Paint less.
Yeah, paint. Yeah, paint.
You're painting. You're painting so much. You're actually ruining your own life.
Yeah. Right, now I want to see the the rat swarm. Oh wow!
$18.
And you know what? They're identical. It's so bad. They didn't even try to paint it well. It's just pink and brown. That's amazing. You know what? I think these are just as good as the new models. Just as good.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. But yeah,
Francisco Del Real. Time to paint Shovel Man as Shovel Knight.
You know what's crazy? So in the Games Workshop search bar, I typed in rats, and it didn't pop up because I typed in rats, and I should have typed in rat. That's insane. I had to go find Skaven, which I forgot it's under Chaos. And then find him. The web store the search is very, very bad.
I'm sure the search is trying its hardest. I think you're just being a hater.
I mean, if we can critique Games Workshop on anything, I think it's their website.
You can either be a hater or a shill. There's no in between.
Yes, and somehow we're both though.
We are.
According to the comments. This is the longest advertisement I've ever seen. Longest Games Workshop advertisement I've ever seen. It's one of my favorite comments I think we've ever gotten. That one was very funny.
Tom Dalton might buy a couple of rat swarms just for the meme. Joy Flares. The rat models look like rat droppings on the base. Maybe that was their inspiration. Maybe that's where they drew from.
I like to think it was someone's first day.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, so we're not going to give you something cool, something crazy. And we don't know if you can sculpt very well.
Mm-hmm.
But so how about you just make little rats on a base?
All right. Will do.
Yep.
Right after a
Man,
spot
we
of
should
tea.
buy it. I like to think that the person made it and then spilled tea on it, and that's why it looked bad.
I mean, there is a video in there somewhere painting the worst Games Workshop model of all time.
This is the worst Games Workshop model ever made.
I mean, chat, if you have any suggestions, please throw them out there. But I'm gonna nominate the Rat Swarm as the worst Games Workshop model of all time.
Yep. Is there a worse model? Especially a model that you can get, like a model that you can buy.
Yeah. Yes, it's Luke. Yo, I'm here. How many days have I spent on this, guys?
12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy is a tricky paint job.
Although, I mean, it's an hour a day, and then a couple days that were 3 hours or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually, yeah. After this, I think I'm gonna paint something a little bit more casual. I won't go quite as hard, because I don't want to. Sometimes, like a finished, beautiful paint job will like bring joy and satisfaction, but sometimes you just need volume.
Yes.
Of finished stuff.
Mm-hmm. It certainly helps to be able to continue to get stuff done.
Mm-hmm. Francisco Del Real. Some of my favorite models from the Cursed City were those low-level vamps, the ones clinging to the pillars. Oh, those were fun too. They reminded me a lot of the vampires from the movie Priest, which I think is an underrated movie. It's not very good, but it's kind of neat.
So it's rated about right for everyone except for you.
If you got cool stuff, I will forgive most things in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me neat stuff to look at.
Mm-hmm.
A vampire, a super priest who's basically a ripoff of Neo from the Matrix, fighting vampires on a bullet train. That works for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am in.
Mm-hmm.
It would like that's like giant bat ogre beast.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty exceptional.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it seems like they're just having a lot of fun over there, just making fun stuff. I don't think I saw a stinker in that whole it's just all looks absolutely fantastic.
I mean, if I had to pick one thing, I just don't care. Probably the Stormcast Eternal.
Yeah.
Just gold guy.
You mean a Space Marine ripoff?
All right. Yeah, I should fix this Omega.
Well, should we talk about our game today?
Oh yeah, I forgot we played. I crushed.
I mean, it happened such a long time ago.
I absolutely crushed.
You beyond crushed. It was somehow it was a 50-2.
Yeah.
Don't even know how.
We played a game of Kill Team this morning. Orcs versus Space Marines.
Mm-hmm.
Technically a rematch because we've been playing every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can fulfill our obligation to the hobby gods.
Mm-hmm. Pretending to play the game.
Yeah, it's pretending to be gamers.
Yep.
I really like Kill Team though. It's fun.
It is fun. It's very, very fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it nice, quick game too. And and our games are getting quicker just because we know how to play the game.
Yeah.
We know how to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it suggests an hour, and eventually we'll probably be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. So we had. Do you remember the name of the
mission?
It was a weird name.
The mission was called Terror Tactics.
Yeah, Terror Tactics.
Which doesn't. The mission isn't what it sounds like. It is.
No.
You have to either kill stuff for 1 point to model, or if you get something across the board and over your enemy's board edge, you get 2 victory points.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a 6-man Space Marine team, and so I decided, all right, I'm not getting anything over that board edge. I am just going to sit here and shoot the orcs as they come at me.
Mm-hmm. And then I played a little too not aggressive enough, I would say. And I kind of slowly inched, and really I should have just tried to get to the board edge. And so instead I kind of did both poorly. I kind of didn't kill anything, and I kind of didn't get things over the board edge.
Yeah. Yeah, and it worked out nicely in my favor because even though my first few turns of shooting weren't very promising, because Kill Team has a lot of ways of not getting shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But once he really started closing in, my guns are finally starting to remove models, and he was close enough to my close combat with the guy with the power fist, and the power fist just deletes a guy a turn. And so that was super helping me out. And the terrain was nice because I kind of I kind of plugged the holes.
Yeah.
See, although it was still a little bit close.
Yeah, because I think so. At the end you had 7 points. I had 2 points. But if we rolled to have the game, there are 3 points. Whatever higher number you said, I'll count. But if I got because you roll to see if the round continues.
Yeah.
If you go to the next battle round, and if that happened, I was probably going to get at least 2 more points.
Yeah.
And if I didn't get shaken, I could have gotten 4 more points. Although I didn't break.
That is true.
Right?
Yeah, you lost most
right
models, and you still didn't break.
Mm-hmm.
Your kill team did not become broken.
So I got very lucky. So yes, I lost. My first loss.
And my first victory.
So now So now we'll take your money for the pool because everyone voted. Let's look. I put. I wonder. There must be a way to do like a real poll.
Oh, that would be funny.
Be fun.
If people literally bet on us.
Because I put out like on Discord. I said we have a game of Kill Team today. Who's gonna win? And I said react with the drunk face for me, or the pukey face for you.
I saw that, and a lot of people posted eggplants.
2 people. Xena Newbie Q and Kilgore Void. Which makes sense. So I have to subtract 1 because I voted for both of us. So 6 people voted for me, and 5 people voted for you. So people aren't in your favor. And I'm sure some people voted twice, and I don't know how to check. Because I voted twice.
Yeah, but it was a glorious victory for the Space Marines. I absolutely stomped the orcs.
Mm-hmm.
It was glorious.
Mm-hmm. You went home, you celebrated, you poured champagne on yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was quite a time to be a Space Marine. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe taking the Power Fist out of my kill team because it's really expensive, but
Mm-hmm.
it's quality.
Mm-hmm.
It is very, very quality.
Mm-hmm. Remember my one Gretchen that just survived your
Yeah,
attack? Completely and utterly
that's
survived.
true.
You rolled like 5 dice, and
Yeah.
you got ones and twos.
Mm-hmm.
I think one went through to hit, and you missed it
It was
on a
pretty. Yeah,
Gretchen.
it was great. A Space Marine Reaver, a Reaver sergeant with who was a combat specialist. So 5 attacks on the charge, charging a single Gretchen, completely whiffed.
Yep. Insane. Because at the end there, I had a few YOLO moments, because I charge one of my Gretchen against one of your Space Marines, the one with the
Mm-hmm.
plasma, and then you charge that one when then you charge that grot that charged your plasma guy, and then you whiffed,
Mm-hmm.
which is insane.
It
He got scared. Maybe the Gretchen was too small and he couldn't bend down.
Mm-hmm. Zatzatur, what chapter are you playing? I'm not playing any chapter in specific. We're still playing out of the core book, so we haven't moved on to elites yet.
We're not elite enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All that around the world.
Maybe once the core book gets stale or we've played all the missions too many times, we'll branch out a little.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Jokel, the Mohawk stripe on Cato's head makes him look like Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. Ah, a little bit. I love Guardians of the Galaxy so much.
Mm-hmm.
It is easily like top 3 Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
It goes probably Iron Man, the first Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and 1 and 2. They're both excellent.
Mm-hmm.
No complaints.
Oh, I forgot to say my opinion. Also, now that I lost one game, I found out that Kill Team is very unbalanced.
Ah, of course.
And it should be removed from competitive play.
It should. Yeah, it's not fair.
How did I lose? I won 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're no longer playing the game anymore.
No, yeah, we're gonna play a
So you
balanced
guys know.
game.
Yeah. Exactly. So no Games Workshop games.
Yeah,
'cause they're all not balanced.
We were really into the Queen's Gambit, so we're gonna be playing chess at a very high level.
Yeah. So Eons of Chest. Hope you guys like that. Our new channel.
We're gonna pivot hard.
Yeah.
The second we hit 40,000 subscribers, we are gonna pivot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, thank you
Second
all
we
for
hit
coming with
40K.
us. We're so excited to have 40,000 subscribers, and from now on, we are we're gonna play. Maybe we'll do a little checkers, but it's gonna be mostly chess.
Mm-hmm.
Jones Boys, hello. Say my name, please. Jones Boys.
You got it.
Them Jones Boys are at it again. Boss Hog, them Jones Boys are at it.
Boss Hogs. Amazing.
Dr. Dokel. Thor: The Dark World is the best Marvel. Okay, I couldn't even finish typing that. Yeah, The Dark World is not peak Marvel. It has its moments, but not many. I saw it in theaters. But yeah, it's not amazing. Did Black Widow come out yet? Did they just give up on that movie? Tom Dalton, do you guys play any other war games besides Games Workshop stuff? I used to be hard into X-Wing. And I'm collecting a small Malifaux Force, and I plan on checking that game out in the near future years.
Future years.
And I mean, we both played 40k before.
And I own some Age of Sigmar stuff. Little gloom, little spite.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like the general consensus is that people have kind of soured on Marvel because there's been too much. Yeah, it's hard to poo-poo a good thing, but I kind of get it as like 30 movies, maybe we don't need that many more. Although I've heard like WandaVision is really new and different and trippy. Dr. Jogo. Black Widow is as of now has been delayed until May 2021, and it'll probably be delayed again. Shame too. Widow would have been well into her trilogy by now. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Black Widow. They kind of decided just to not do that character. She appeared in most of the movies as just like random superhero that doesn't have any powers. And then like she dies in oh god, what is the end movie called? Avengers Age of Extinction Ultron Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, Die Harder. She just dies. But like everyone has a giant funeral for Iron Man, but she's dead too. Joe Draco, do you guys do any freehand work when painting your models, like custom chapter logos on the shoulder pads? I do. Like I just painted this Omega on his knee. I try to keep the freehanding to a minimum. I also freehanded on his banner. I like decals. I play Black Templar Space Marines, and I use decals whenever I can because it is a pain in the butt to freehand stuff.
Nailed it. Although you did a bunch of freehanding on this.
Yeah, a whole bunch. All right. Now I gotta concentrate because I'm gonna try to outline my work with this pen.
Using the old pen technique. Sponsored by Micron.
I wish. Ooh, you know what I was watching yesterday? Some Jazza. I like drawing with Jazza. Just a fun artsy Australian.
Aren't we all?
And he's getting into Warhammer. He had a whole video on figuring out how he was going to do his custom Primaris Space Marine chapter.
Like recently, or?
I think so. I don't think it was a too old video, but it was really neat.
What does recently mean to you?
I don't know. I didn't check the date. I know he didn't. His Warhammer channel is less than a year old.
I only check the date. I don't even watch videos. I only check to see when they're out.
Joe Dracos, I play Disciplines of Caliban, so it's freehand or bust. Yeah, there's a lot of chapters like that. Dr. Drokel, Disney. Oh, you like Black Widow, do you? Well, here's Rose Tico and Vice Admiral Holdo. Choke on it, fanboys. Yeah, a lot of people feel very personally attacked by Disney. Where is... Where's the gray I want? There we go. I like Rose, but I wish that they had made her the spy.
Mm.
I think that would have been really interesting. Have you tried the Gundam fine tip markers? I love the panel liner pens for my tan. Ooh, I will have to try that. I've heard of Tamiya people using Tamiya panel liner. I didn't know there were Tamiya pens. Might have to check that out.
Mm.
I'm currently using a Pigma black brush pen, which I find decent. I mean, it's never easy to freehand a symbol on a round thing.
Mm-hmm.
I might have another freehanding video coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's entirely possible, as Joe Rogan would say.
It's entirely possible. All right. Gotta do some metallics.
Power Surge. One day you guys should paint a squad of for Kill Team using popular Fortnite skin colors. I barely know what Fortnite is. Isn't that the game that ripped off Player Unknown and then made all of the money it left in the world?
I don't even know. I mean, we're so out of the video games. Like the last, all I know is GameCube games from my childhood.
Yeah, well, you actually played StarCraft competitively, right? Like you were on one of those.
Oh, yeah.
You were on the show, one of those shows or the events.
I was the only white person in Korea. Winning. Yep. It's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. I had what? Don't they go by like mouse clicks per second?
Mm-hmm.
I have like what's a good
so,
number?
Everyone.
A million.
Everyone had like hundreds and hundreds and whatever, and I had like 60.
Yeah.
So let's kick that real
they
quick.
They were just real efficient clicks.
Yeah, really strategic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's two different ways to play StarCraft.
Mm-hmm.
And I chose Stratagem.
Yeah, Nick was actually the top player in the country.
Mm-hmm. In Korea.
Unfortunately though, you got busted for taking performance enhancing Mountain Dew.
Yep. Exactly.
So they took away your trophy.
And Doritos.
And Doritos.
Don't forget about the Doritos. They go hand in hand.
I mean, a lot of video games are played by kids. Because I think, like, when I used, not too long ago, I don't know,
not a
like
lot
5 months, I was playing a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that game, it makes you feel weird. Because you're into it. And, like, your brain is going 1,000,000 miles an hour with, like, quick reflexes and stuff. But your body's doing nothing. It's just sitting there and clicking a little. And so when you turn the game off, you feel a little weird. And I'm like, oh my god, if I introduced a bunch of Mountain Dew and Doritos, I think I would just die.
You have to do the thing. You have to get the they have this for VR. It's like a thing that you can. It's like a contraption that you stand in. That's like a treadmill, like a 360 treadmill. You should get one of those.
Yeah.
And play the game in that, so you can run around.
Yeah. Do they have a Modern
ball.
Warfare 2 from 2011?
I'm sure you can wire it to all work. You'll have to. I think you can set up like a controller or something. Basically.
Dr. Trickle, I just wish the ink pigments in the Micron pens looked the same as paint. The difference is fairly noticeable when using them on minis. Maybe. I mean, I'm just using black. So it's pretty easy to black, but I could kind of see some of the colors behaving a little differently.
How about once you put a varnish on that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it'd be the same.
Liquid nitrogen cooled PCs.
Yep. Mondateur, wait, you're on GSL? I was lying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a liar.
That's true. You should be given more accolades when gaming and consuming Mountain Dew. They drink that every day and are still living. Give them an award.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It's not easy being a pro gamer. It's a hard life.
It's a hard life.
They're athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like other athletes. It's exactly
Mm-hmm.
the same.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people would get mad at you for making a joke about it.
Who, gamers?
Yep.
I think I can handle it.
Actually, we are athletes. Before we got, it was like a little before we got to high school. There was actually a StarCraft club, like at the high school that we went to. But they ended it for some reason.
They blew all of their resource money on Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Yeah.
Joe Trickos, how long have you guys been painting for? I have been painting miniatures for probably 7 years.
Mm-hmm. Me too, except condense that 7 years into a few months, like of actually doing it.
Harkins Aquatics. I'm drinking a Diet Dew and cleaning. I hope it makes me a better cleaner. I think you can actually cut your cleaner with Mountain Dew, and the chemicals in the dew will help remove that hard grime.
Why use the cleaner? Just use the Mountain Dew. I don't get it.
I bought some garbage cleaner once. It was like a yellow cleaner, and it had like yellow dye in it to make it yellow. So my stuff would get yellow. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. That's the opposite of cleaning. That's staining.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good old yellow cleaner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the black micron looks pretty good. Blue is really noticeable. I used one years ago to draw all over body tattoos on a miniature. A lot of tribal stuff. Yeah, well, maybe the trick is you paint on your tattoos with the pen. You let it dry, you varnish it, and then you paint on top of the pen to get your highlights and your shadows. Joe goes, I've been painting for 21 years now. Longer than I've been alive.
No? I mean, I guess you are 17.
Mm-hmm.
Just turned 17 the other day.
No, that was my sweet 16.
Ah.
Power Surge. Hold up. Chess is considered a sport, though. It's also in the Olympics. Video games can be in the same spectrum. Yeah, it is a sport, but it's not a sport like some sports are
Golf.
sports. Oh, golf isn't a sport either.
And bowling.
Hot take. No, bowling is legit.
Bowling is more of a sport than golf.
People train for years to be good at bowling. Here's what I don't
train for years. They trained
No,
for
I
years
know.
to be good at golf.
Here's what I don't understand about bowling.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it doable to get 10 strikes?
Yes.
Like, I feel like the pinnacle of bowling is so achievable. Like golf, you gotta hit that thing, and then hit it as few times as possible to get it into a tiny hole that's the same size as the ball. Mm-hmm. The bowling, you just get 10 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And you hope
There's things that make it harder though, because different leagues, different places, they have different patterns of oil on the ground, and that plays with the ball differently, and you have to realize what pattern it is, and then you have to change your strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something to it,
There's something to it.
because you can actually oil it. You can oil the lanes to make it easier
Mm-hmm.
to win. So like if you're doing like free, like obviously like parties and stuff, that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing leagues, then they change it up.
Interesting.
I think although it's really hard to be consistent.
Yeah.
Because think about how much discipline it would be to just keep doing the exact same thing the exact same way to get the strike the exact same way every single time.
I don't know. I feel like it's a lot more discipline to be a fighter, to be a boxer.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Where did that come from?
Well, because we're comparing sports, and I'm like, boxing is,
Oh,
you know.
I didn't hear anything about boxing before you brought it up just now.
That's what I was comparing. Like chess athletes and boxing athletes are very different athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Bat. When can we expect a bowling tutorial from Nick?
Mm-hmm. That's true. My parents didn't own a bowling alley. It's a fact. I know a lot about bowling.
That's
They
true.
got
Jay,
out in
have
a
you
great
ever
year.
been bowling? I've been bowling a bunch of times. I'm pretty bad at it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Harkins Aquatics. I played amateur golf for several years and made about 80K, but spent about 55K going to tournaments, and sponsors only pay per tournament you attend, so it was only like $500.
Oh my god. I think we got a lot of bowlers here. Cameron Calborough. Also, as the bowling continues, it takes oil away and it changes as it goes on. That is true.
You just throw it harder. I cracked the code.
Mm-hmm. You nailed it.
Mm-hmm. It's just interesting.
I mean,
that
it's a little hard for me to believe that a sport in which you can eat chips during is harder than boxing.
What's that one? What's the game? Is it called Bago? Where you have to throw the bag through the hole?
Cornhole?
Cornhole. Have you ever watched professional cornholing on YouTube?
Do they wear little shorts?
Some of them do, but the best thing, there's a crowd of people watching as someone cornholes, and they have a beer.
I don't know if we can call those people.
They have a beer in their offhand.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Just throw the bowling ball like a baseball and skip the oil altogether. That, you know what? I bet that'd do it.
I watched a TikTok, I think recently, that there was this guy, and he was going to go to bowl, and instead of throwing the ball, he rolled it all the way up he rolled it up one arm, over his chest, down the other arm, back to his other hand, and then threw a strike.
Wow.
Just got it. It was amazing. He had the control over it like a basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like rolling it on his body and then getting a strike immediately.
Yeah, see, it's not hard.
This is like the smoothest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Oh, one of the craziest things I ever watched in my life was professional darts. Professional darts is insane. You just got like a fat guy, and he's getting ready to throw his dart, and then the commentator's just going wild. And like the numbers are so crazy, like 200, 400. And it's just people who don't look like athletes, but are like, they're wearing jackets with all the patches.
Ah, yes. It's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. Power surge. Chess is harder than lifting weights. And weightlifting in a competition setting takes more discipline than playing chess. Source: I do weightlifting but can't do chess. Montecheer, my favorite insult is you look like a professional bowler.
Uh,
Oh, bowling. Has the sport of bowling ever recovered from the movie The Big Lebowski?
I'm sure it made it more popular.
Mm. But you think there's
I don't
people
think
who
bowling's
do you think there's people who bowl who are like I would like to be treated with respect. This is a real sport.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Of course.
I'm like,
yeah.
professional bowler.
I think to become a professional, you have to be a dick about it.
Mm.
You're like, you know what? I'm not gonna eat the chips while I bowl. I'm not gonna drink any beer. I'm just gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you bowling isn't popular right now, though.
No.
I wonder what do you think? What do you think professional bowlers are doing right now? Like Uber or like what are they working on?
I mean, I think step one was probably sanitizing the holes that you put your fingers in for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
Montecheer. Isn't beer banned in dart competitions as a PED? I didn't. The beer was by the cornholers. They were drinking beer.
The holers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I believe cornhole is a bad term, right? They don't like to call themselves that.
Probably not. Well, what do they call bago? I've heard it called bago too.
No, it is called cornhole, but it sounds very inappropriate.
No, yeah, for sure.
Like I think I'm a little offended by it. Yeah, we're probably gonna get this video demonetized because we keep saying cornhole so many times. Cornhole.
Do you think they sanitize the holes on the cornhole board? The great cornbolio. Classic.
Oh my gosh.
I think some sports probably command a little bit more respect than bowling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's deserved, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know what? There's plenty of sports that we don't care about, so we just deal with them once every 4 years at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. It's true. So I'm assuming that chess is played at the Winter Olympics, right?
Like, in the cold, they're all bundled up.
They just sit in the cabin. Like, and I don't know. Is there like intense commentary?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen the Olympics since I was a kid.
I don't think I've ever watched the Olympics.
Because I remember it was like, oh, we're going to go over to Grandma's house on, today, and then she would have the Olympics on. I'd be like, give me that. Can we watch Big Bang Theory?
Mm-hmm.
Anything besides this. Big Bang Theory is Jay's favorite show.
Mm-hmm. I do not like Big Bang Theory. You know what? I'm mad. Lego. So Lego, the company, they have this thing called Lego Ideas, where it's like user generated ideas for sets that people would like, but don't fit into like the current Lego product lines. And they did do a Big Bang Theory Lego set. And I'm like, what? How is this happening before The Office gets a set? How? In what universe? I would also accept a Seinfeld set.
Seinfeld would be very, very fun. If there was a Seinfeld one, I might buy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I would, day one, I'd be pre-ordering that Office.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bang Theory people aren't going to buy the set.
Oh, they're going to buy it. That show's massively popular.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a betting man, I bet Big Bang Theory is even more popular than The Office.
Well, it's more popular now. When The
Mm-hmm.
Office was running, it was huge.
Bet you if you put them both in the same time period,
Not a
I
chance.
bet you. Oh yeah,
Not a
guaranteed.
chance.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, The Office is up there with like Friends. Like people adore it.
Let's see what the thing on Google has to say. Place your bets. Everybody, place your bets.
How would you look it up?
I'm just gonna say, what was more popular, Office or Big Bang Theory? See what happens.
Not a cheer. I watched the Olympics waiting in line at Walgreens, I think. TK's 3D prints. Yeah, Lego are good at conning people into doing their work for them for new ideas. Then they take the idea and kill it with much more basic versions. TK's 3D prints, those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. I have been following Lego ideas pretty closely, and Lego has improved every idea. Also, how are they conning people if they are making the thing and the game and like the sets? Like, it's not like they put out a little tiny poll on Facebook, hey everybody give me your ideas, and then they stole them. Like, TK's 3D prints, I think you're wrong. They do not kill ideas. Do you see that Lego Wall-E? It's legit. Dr. Jokel, have you seen the real-life Lego man? Nightmare fuel, especially the hands. Yeah, I think it was featured on a tested video. It was amazing. Francisco Del Rio, probably because people who watch Big Bang play with Legos. People who watch The Office probably don't play with Legos, so the voting is skewed. Joy Flores, I don't get Friends. I don't like Friends much either, but it is crazy popular.
I don't get it either. Apparently, people aren't. Apparently, they're not. They're not comparing The Office with The Big Bang Theory. And the people that have, it's just Reddit posts of people saying that they like The Big Bang Theory.
John Johnson, they're not paying for ideas, I guess. I think he's wrong. I think he's wrong too. I think they do get a shout out in the instruction book, and they get a free copy of the set. And they're posting on the ideas website, which is how how you get the idea to Lego. John Johnson, I play with Lego and watch The Office. Yeah, me too. Power Surge. Friends is actually pretty cool, but Seinfeld eats everything alive. Is that a good thing? Is that good? Is that bad?
That's a good question.
That's good. I like them both a lot. Or not Friends. As Friends is fine. I don't like it, but I love The Office and I love Seinfeld.
How does this website work? Good old articles.
Seinfeld is overpowered. Always smashes. Yeah, Seinfeld is pretty legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they did a Seinfeld set, it would be hard to say no to. Sorry to say, my views on Lego and stuff is not the same as most people's. I grew up on Lego when it was very, very, very basic. I had no minifigures, so for me, Lego as a kid was boring. Joe Dracos, what method are you planning on using for the flesh tones on the model's head? Don't know yet. Probably Bugman's Glow. And then a P3 color, that's usually my go-to. I'm going to paint his face very carefully. I'm going to try to do my best. We'll see what happens. Power Search. Seinfeld is the best show. Joy Flores. Today, I still have no idea who it was for, except it made people think that quirks was what defined them or some weird thing like that. It can go back to the dumpster it came from. Yeah, I don't like the Big Bang Theory.
So it looks like, if you look at it in terms of millions of viewers, let's see. So The Office averages, so I see like 5 million, 8 million, 9 million an episode. And Big Bang Theory is 8 million, 10 million, 14 million, 18 million, 19 million, 20 million.
Fake news. You know, one show was carefully made, beautifully acted, no laugh track.
And yeah, and the other one's The Office.
Yeah.
Right? No, and I agree with you. I think, I don't know. I don't know. I deep down in my heart, I see people over a certain age buying the Lego set ironically. Because they're like, well, my son's a nerd, so I'm gonna buy this Lego set, and he'll think it's funny. That's in my mind. That's what I see. And you know that ratings, or how many people are watching, equates to how good the show is.
Yes, that is true. The best show in the world is Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
I remember my sister was watching Grey's Anatomy, and I walked in, and it looked like the weirdest show in the world. Like there was some sort of horrible accident happened, and people were pushing gurneys of people who had like poles stuck in them. And then one of the nurses got on a table and like took charge and was like, "All right, everyone, don't worry, everything is gonna be okay." And I'm like, that guy is impaled. He needs he doesn't have time for this character defining speech.
Yep. But alas, here we are. So someone that we know was on Chicago Med.
Oh yeah.
And they had an episode on COVID, and I thought that was a little too soon. So she was in the hospital because she had COVID, and that was like the show. It was it's like a little on the nose. Like, geez, all right. Guess we're doing this already.
Grey's is amazing. I watched 1 minute of it. Cam 40k lost it after they killed McDreamy.
Yeah, but I have no idea.
Dr. Trokel, impaled people have to wait until the passionate speeches are spoken and the love triangles are resolved. That is very true. Mario Sack, how's it going?
Going good.
John Johnson, you should watch Grey. It's very good. I'm okay. I watched House MD. I really dug House MD. He was very rude to his patients.
Hey, you're very rude.
Bowling isn't real.
Bowling isn't real. That's an EOB anon right there.
Yeah, when they do an office Lego ideas set, I will be right there.
I think the Lego ideas is great.
Oh, it's so cool.
I think TK's is more of a Mega Bloks person.
Ah, okay. More into Halo. That's the Mega Block theme. They have Halo.
Yes, yes.
Ed Chimera. I'm blue, da ba dee da ba die, da ba dee da ba die, da ba dee da ba die. So listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night and everything he sees is just blue like him. Inside and outside, blew his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around. But he ain't got nobody to listen. Good old that song.
Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
And you got a part of the song out of it. Just dancing monkeys.
James Cameron Clark. After The Expanse, I have been enjoying For All Mankind, an alternative history where Russia beats the U.S. to the moon so far. The space race is still going in the 80s. God, there's so much shows. They need to take a break on shows. I'm just falling so far behind.
Mm-hmm.
John Johnson.
You're still watching shows in black and white.
Yeah.
You haven't made it to color yet.
Seinfeld characters dropped into the 40k universe, pick setting, and discuss what happens. I think Julia Louis-Dreyfus would do great. I think she would be able to worm her way right into the Inquisition. Everyone else would die.
Yep.
Ryan Sargent. One of the Lego clones has office building set at Target, but they're crap. Yeah, I know there's a bunch of and a bunch of people online are selling instructions and stuff. But I haven't investigated those hard enough. But if Lego makes one, yeah, day one purchase. James Cameron Clark. What's the deal with Astra Militarum rations?
So if they made it for $300, would you buy it?
No.
How much would it have to be?
I could see dropping up to a hundo.
So if it was 150, it would be a nah.
Nah, if it was 150, it's probably a nah.
What was the Big Bang Theory set cost? Did it say yet?
I think it's been done.
It's been done for a while.
It's not new. I think I don't remember how much it was. It didn't look very big.
That's what she said?
Dr. Jokel. I think one of the best shows of all time so far has been Breaking Bad. Yo, Breaking Bad was amazing. Loved Breaking Bad. And Better Call Saul is also phenomenal. Power Surge. Elaine would do so well in 40k. She would exterminate a planet just to make a statement. John Johnson. I have a hard time with the super expensive Lego sets. Multiple hundreds is a no. Yeah. Harkins Aquatics. It was $79 at the launch. Yeah, if the office set cost that, I could make that happen.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. People are selling it for $250.
No. That's what they're asking. Is that what people are buying it for?
I hope not. That was an eBay.
Ryan Sargent. The Friends and Big Bang Theory Lego sets were both around $60.
All right, now I see ones that are cheaper. Oh my god. Yeah, some people are selling them for like, $200, over $200. Then someone put it together, and so it's only $80. Keep it in the box.
John Johnson. Kramer becomes a berserker powered by racism, and George is tortured to death by dark Eldar ladies. Poor Michael Richards. Well, not poor Michael Richards, but Michael Richards.
Mm-hmm.
Tabers Raziel. This is by far the calmest live chat I've ever been on. So satisfying. Wow, that's surprising.
Wow. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I love the Dave Chappelle, where he's like, every single time I see this background, at the Laugh Factory, I just think of Kramer fucking up.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Richards. If you watch the whole clip though, I don't know if it's probably on YouTube. It's like a heckler just nails him.
Yeah.
Like the heckler's like, you never had another show, you never had any movies, you were never funny, you never had any good jokes, you've never been nothing. And I'm like, it's not really wrong.
Mm-hmm. That's why it stings even harder.
Mm-hmm. Chris Rashan, I'm new, and that is a bright blue. It is. It is Vallejo Ultramarine blue, highlighted with Games Workshop Lawthorn blue. Newman kind of looks like the giant Nurgle Papa thing, and not because he's fat. Wayne Knight. He lost all the weight. He's a skinny guy now.
Me too.
Cosmic Spud. Fun facts with Cosmic. Everything on Forge World is overpriced. Agreed. I don't know where they're coming from. Charging that much money for a product that is not as good as plastic.
Because people buy it. That's why they charge that much.
That is absolutely true. If nobody was buying it, they would have to lower the prices.
Mm-hmm.
I still think they're having a hard time though.
Oh, yeah. I think they're on that edge in which people are kind of willing to, but mostly not.
Yeah,
and then when they receive it, they're like, "Oh, this is crap."
Yeah, and I've built some Forge World kits. Not an amazing building experience. Mm-hmm. Kind of frustrating and annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Sargent. Michael Richards was awesome in the Weird Al movie. Yeah, he was. All right, guys. I will be right back.
Good old dogs. They always want stuff. I'm working on painting up my kill team. I have a burn a boy that I'm working on painting up now. Now that I got all my little Gretchies done. I haven't watched any of the midwinter videos with his Titan. I wonder if he's gonna run into some problems with his Forge World stuff. Because sometimes the casting can be a little poopy. Nick, where are the hot takes tonight? Well, I mean, we ran out of the hot takes last night. You can't just be hot taking all the time. And I mean, Jay had some good hot takes about bowling. Finecast is horrible to build. Yeah, the Titan's gonna be real neat. Everyone's doing big models, big projects. That seems to be the thing. The big old heads. Right. He's live streaming most of the build. Ooh. Interesting.
All right, I am back.
Hello. He already had problems in just learning how to build it. He honestly had very little issues with the cast. That is a rarely produced model. Ah, I see. I was wondering if Midwinter was going to run into some problems, like with the casting of that model.
Ah.
Because I don't know anything about the I haven't seen his video at all yet.
I mean, probably once you have a model that big, I mean, I would demand perfection. But
of course, and I mean, if you're spending real money on it too.
Yeah. Real, like, car money.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just not $2,000. No, a mini shouldn't cost that.
Mm-hmm. James Cameron Clark. He's found a few bubbles on the hand. The only part he built so far, but nothing too major yet.
If I found a bubble, I would go full Karen and be like,
Karen
hey,
mode.
This hand cost $500. I'd like another.
Mm-hmm. You just get a whole new one.
Mm-hmm.
Just give you two.
I mean, if they need me to, I'll send the old one back. But yeah, I would not put up with much.
Well, on their dime, of course.
Yeah, I would much rather much rather do what Squidmar is doing, and that's build an old ass metal Thunderhawk that weighs like 11 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That just sounds like more fun.
Mm-hmm. All right, TK Studio Prince. Good night.
Good night.
422. You missed 420.
Ah. Joe Dracos, is the Warlord Titan truly a mini? Mario Sack got a new one with more bubbles. So what goal is your Titan build going to be? I guess the Titan is $2,000, so I guess 2,000 Patreon supporters.
Ah, there you go.
The only one of those units I think I would even consider is the Thunderhawk.
Mm-hmm.
But not. I mean, it's even the Thunderhawk's like $700. I could get a huge Age of Sigmar army for that.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I going to get more enjoyment out of? One Thunderhawk that most people aren't going to want to play with because it probably doesn't work well in game. Or, a whole Age of Sigmar army.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably buy two armies for Star Wars Legion. I could probably buy 3 armies for Star Wars Legion and then, pay people to play with me.
Yeah, and then pay people to play with me. That'd be very funny.
Joe Draco's Hierophant already did it. Yeah, and the Hierophant isn't as egregiously expensive as a lot of the Space Marine stuff. And the Hierophant's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. You know how there's apparently services where you can get someone to come cuddle with you for money? They should have that for wargaming.
They should.
Or what if you invited that person over and you're like, okay, so we're gonna play this game called Warhammer 40k. I'm still getting paid, right? Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they're like, no, I don't think so. And they said, the service said you were kink friendly.
Exactly. So do you think I mean, I'm sure people aren't doing that anymore, but like, do you think you have to just wear a mask now?
That would be pretty funny.
Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I assume you just have to roll the dice, or else what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, both people lie and say no, we don't go out. There's no way we could possibly have it, and then you go from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You test them right at the door. You do a temperature check. All right. So before you come in, you open the door. Hi, I'm part of the cuddle service. Okay, great. All right, we're gonna do a temperature check real quick. A COVID test.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Draco, it took over 70 hours to paint and base the hero fins. Did it in 2 weeks. Yeah. And you know what? One Titan-y thing I think I would like to get one day. I know I said the Thunderhawk, but I'm never gonna buy the Thunderhawk. One of the tall knights. I think they're like $300. They're like twice as tall as a regular knight. They have cool weapons. I think I would get one of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice flagship model that's not too big. Still too expensive, but it's not like horrendous. And also another thing is it's hard to have like big models. Like you have to, if you move one trip into the new house is carrying that model in your arms like a baby.
Mm-hmm. You put it in a baby carrier, like in one of those front ones. You strap it to your chest.
Mm-hmm. Harkins Aquatics. The working women of Vegas don't wear any masks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Vegas. Yeah, I would assume you don't need to wear masks in Vegas.
No. There's no such thing as COVID in Vegas. Dr. Droko. I like how Nick nonchalantly admitted ordering cuddle services. You caught me. No, I'm not made of money. I'm on it. People pay me to come and do it.
That was during your days as a cuddle pimp.
Yep. A cuddle pimp.
Cuddle pimp.
They called me Daddy Cuddlefish. Power surge. Okay, so my sister has a friend that does streaming, and all she does is show her feet. According to her, she gets good money. She has quit her regular job to do it.
I mean, I think that's awesome.
If I could do that, I think that's what I would do.
Absolutely. I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I wish them the best of luck.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably fun. They're probably singularly supported by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, exactly.
Harkins Aquatics. Oh no, we have to wear masks in Vegas.
Yeah, all you do is wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else.
Dr. Drokel, do they still hand out the escort nudie cards on the Vegas Strip? Last time I was there, we grabbed all we could and then traded them back and forth like baseball cards. John Johnson. Yeah, show us your feet, guys. My feet are safely inside of my Crocs.
You know what? Out of all of the comments that we've ever gotten, so there are a few foot shots, I think, of you that exist in skits and stuff. Nobody has ever commented that you're wearing Crocs, which is insane to me.
That is pretty crazy.
That's the only thing. That is the only thing that I see during those shots.
Yeah, no one has ever commented on the Crocs.
That makes me upset.
John Johnson, more feet on this stream ASAP.
I mean, maybe if we get some more Patreon supporters, we'll put it under the desk cam just for you.
James Cameron Clark, get your Crocs out for the lads.
A crock shot.
A Croc shot. Full on Croc shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're only allowed one Croc shot in a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Forge World is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's not going to continue. I feel like it's either going to crash and burn or just, well, more likely, I guess, just slowly fade out into a little whimper.
Mm-hmm.
I think people see the long hair and then just expect the Crocs. Power surge. 75% of Floridians wear Crocs. Congratulations, you are low-key a Florida man. Ah, Florida man.
Yeah.
Florida man does what Florida man does. Oh, Florida man. There's a bunch, if you look up like Florida man headlines, there's some great stuff. There's like Florida man throws crocodile through like drive-through takeout window. Florida man with no arms stabs reporter.
Mm-hmm.
Florida man memes are the best memes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Florida man. None are so noble as the Florida man.
Mm-hmm.
In their native habitat.
Exactly. Love a good Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Kelly, they make insulated Crocs for Canadians.
That's pretty good. Doesn't even make sense. You know what though? I don't have.
So they just make shoes.
I wish I don't have any of those little like the little rubber toys that you stick in the holes in the Crocs. I think a couple of those would be fun.
Are they croc holes?
No,
yeah.
What are they called?
What are those little badges?
Mm-hmm.
Little crocodiles. Why are there holes? To breathe?
Yeah. I mean, they're basically just sandals.
Mm-hmm.
James Cameron Clark. They should transition into selling STL files of the big stuff. If you have the time, money, and energy to put into Forge World models, then you'll likely put similar effort towards printing them. I think they should do that, but I think they should also be a 3D printing service. Because a lot of people like me, I don't want to deal with 3D printing. I just want the perfect thing sent to me. Mm-hmm. All done. I also think that they should take all of the models Games Workshop has ever made in history and make them available for a special order. Maybe scanning technology is at its point where they can just, if they physically have, rogue trader orcs, they can be like, you can just order them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you scan it once, you pay someone to repair it, get it ready for printing, boom. I think so many people will be like, oh, especially out of production Forge World stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
People will buy the Talern, Death Corpse of Krieg, the old out of production Kroot stuff, Elysian Drop Troopers. You should get one of those. Paint your own Space Marine pin badges and then stick it on your Crocs.
Mm-hmm. Like pin badges?
John Johnson. Eons, where do you live? No weird stuff. 1416 West.
Mm-hmm.
We live in Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois is a very average state.
Yes, otherwise known as your mom's house. Yeah. Woo! You got.
James Cameron Clark. Oh dear God, yes. So many classic models that you can't get now for love nor money. Yeah. A huge thing on our recasting video is people commenting like, totally agree, but if it's an out of production model, I'm gonna buy it. I will find it, I will buy it. And like if Games Workshop somehow figure out a way to make that available, I can't, like, you know, the Games Workshop's got a little bit of money behind them. What if they just bought like a little company and said, hey, we're gonna try a thing. Why don't you become, you know, a 3D print service, and they just try to grow it into something?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only problem could be that they have so many customers and so much demand that that little company would probably just get smashed with orders.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to know what the name of the Croc charms are called?
What?
Gibbets.
Gibbets! Gibbets! Get those gibbets off your
charms.
Crocs.
Gibbets is probably the best name.
Gibbets. That's pretty good.
You get the letter B. They're kind of expensive. They're $5.
That is a lot. Is it $5 for like a set?
Nope. One.
Wow. I'm sure someone's reverse engineered those. Look them up on Etsy.
These are official.
I don't need official.
Well, I mean, you can get UFO, peace sign, flower cactus, Wonder Woman. Oh my God, a creepy, very creepy Buzz Lightyear and Woody. You can get a bottle opener one.
Does it is it a picture of a bottle opener, or will it open bottles?
it is a bottle opener.
That's pretty great.
You can get one that says swag. Bagel.
Swag. I kind of like swag.
Oh my God. You can get an eggplant one.
That'd be great. Okay, I want swag and eggplant.
You can get all of your signs. We can get Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
A 3D football. Jesus Christ. Don't at me. Oh, they have a trolls one. I know you like trolls.
Mm-hmm.
They have anti-racist.
Oh, perfect.
Yellow lab, which somebody downvoted. Or somebody gave it 1 star. Apparently it sucks.
Mm-hmm. Sergeant Beans! Sup, friends?
Beans. Shook. Veg is, I guess, vegetarian. Or maybe they're a veg.
Zatzator. I got 2 Penitent engines, metal, which are no longer available on Games Workshop Web Store. Yeah. Although I like the look of the new Penitent engines, and I think there's an option for a lady, because I think there's technically 2 different units now. There's the Penitent engines, and then there's another unit. Yeah, not too long ago I bought 4 metal lictors, and I'm planning on turning that into a video in the not too distant future.
They had there's one that's a French flag, but somebody gave it 1 star.
For cowardice?
Probably. Absolutely amazing. Ah, have you guys been to Adepticon? Nope.
No.
Oh,
I would love to go.
Although it is not far away.
Nope. Not at all.
We've just been busy boys.
If they have it next year, I would love to go.
Mm-hmm.
Tabris Haziel. I'm painting my Psychomancer, and a big theme of my army is green effect. But I was thinking the digital skull would be a different color. What color should I make it? Red. I think red would be cool.
Yeah. John Johnson, I've been twice. It's fun. A lot of weirdos though. I mean, I'm well prepared for that.
We'll fit right in.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna be normal people.
Mm-hmm. I used to go to C2E2 in Chicago. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I would cosplay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what anime biddy were you?
I was I don't know any of the biddies. I was Mad Max. I went as Mad Max one year, and then I went wearing a Space Marine shoulder pad and carrying a bolter another year. Joe Dracos, when I owned Metal Lictors, the rage was real. I'd be playing a game, and without touching the model, one of those metal talons would just fall off. I never even touched it. Oh yeah, there's a classic Abaddon the Armless when he was a metal model. Mm-hmm. Yeah, giant metal arms. I'm gonna do a whole video, but I think I got the strats on gluing together metal models. I mean, this guy in front of me, I glued him together with epoxy. And I've had a lot of success with epoxy resins.
Mm-hmm. You're an epoxy boy in an epoxy world.
Monetier, paint the skull pink.
Yeah.
Nope. Cam 40k. What are you thinking of the base for this model? I think I'm going to build a custom base. I want it to look like he has just vanquished some Tyranids. Because famously, the Space Marines, or the Space Marines of the Blue Chapter, Ultramarines, they defeated the Tyranids that invaded their planet. Go to CES and you will meet weirdos, weird people from every country.
Perfect.
Dr. Joker lies! Jay was cosplaying Sailor Moon. Yeah, I was Sailor Mercury. You guys got me. Harkins Aquatics. You just pin them and then use Loctite Control CA. Is that super glue? I have used a lot of different brands of super glue. I have never noticed any difference.
Hot take. Hot take alert.
I have never noticed. Right now, I use Crazy Glue brand super glue because I really like the applicator they come in. But yeah, never ever found any difference. Use Games Workshop super glue. That was fine. Pinning is important with metal though. Pinning is a good. It's just another good way to keep things together. Although drilling into metal sucks.
You call yourself a pinup.
Le Faux. You make a custom base. Pure insanity. I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah. You don't know much about yeah. You've never made a base before in your whole life.
Cam 40k. The battle for McCrag. Power Surge. Lately, there have been some crazy Warhammer cosplayers. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff. A lot of Sister of Battle, a lot of Space Marine.
Oh my god, a lot of Sisters of Battle.
A lot lot of Imperial Guard, a little bit of Eldar. I saw one person did a really cool Necron Overlord.
Mm-hmm.
The tricky thing with the Xenos is it's hard to get like proportions and stuff.
I'd go as a Sister of Battle.
Yeah. I'd go as what are they called? The Penitent Sisters.
Are those the more naked ones?
Yeah, but I would go with the 2000 and the 2010 sculpts when they were just naked.
Yeah. Do you think they would allow that?
Well, I mean, I would be sprinting full speed, so I don't see how they'd stop me.
Ah, there you go. Yep.
Joe Draco's Gorilla Glue Gel is awesome. My official endorsement. You know, I've been meaning to give gel another try. It wasn't my favorite, but I don't know. I haven't used it in a while. It might be time to give it another chance.
Mm-hmm.
I always found that I didn't want my glue to have like a lot of body to it. I just wanted it to be thin and dry fast and strong.
And hard.
But maybe. I think I want to try using it to glue models to bases, because maybe that squish will do the same thing that, like, sometimes I'll make a ball of green stuff and I'll squish the model down, and maybe the super glue gel can kind of kill two birds with one stone. Tabris Rizal. I have reds. I don't have pinks. I would have to mix to get pink, and I'm terrible at mixing. Well, you could take this as an opportunity to get better at mixing, but sometimes if you don't want to go red to pink, you can go red to orange. That can be a good look. Do you own an orange? Dr. Jokel. Games Workshop Super Glue, only $649.99.
Yeah.
2 easy payments of $649.99.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Super cheap.
Harkins Aquatics. I 3D printed a Tau rail rifle, but I'm 6 feet tall and it won't make any sense. Oh yeah, the rail rifle is hilariously big in a Tau's hand. Joe Draco's. I'd go as the Invisible Man and just not show up, 'cause I'm a coward.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Juggle. I've heard Gorilla Glue is pretty good for hairspraying purposes. I did hear a weird story about that.
Yes.
Somebody sprayed themselves with Gorilla Glue, and it was glue, and I'm sure they had to get their head shaved, because like you can't get that out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened after the fact. I just heard that it happened.
I would have guessed though that a brand closely associated with glue is not going to pivot to hair care products.
Yeah. Probably not.
So I think a little bit of common sense probably could have saved the day.
Whoa. Hot take.
Also, you buy this weird new product. You don't even spray it on like your hand or something first. You go right for the hair.
Mm-hmm.
You don't immediately press down on the trigger and then smell the chemically glue smell and then stop.
No.
I feel like all of it should not have gotten all the way to my hair is now covered in glue.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes you just have your hair covered in glue.
What hair care product advertises with a gorilla?
That's true. That's very true.
Power Surge. You were the one who taught me that Gorilla Glue expands when left alone to dry. Making uneven ground easy. Yeah, that's my go-to for making uneven ground. And I do it always. I do not like the look of like perfectly flat bases. Sergeant Beans. A lady got a bunch of money on Kickstarter for false medical claims and then sued Gorilla Glue. Okay, so she scammed people out of a bunch of money, so I'm with her with that. I think that's great. But then she sued Gorilla Glue. I'm not sure I'm down for that.
Mm-hmm. Mondetour, she confused it with another product that was called glue.
Wait, why'd she spray it in her hair then? If she thought it was glue.
Well, I wonder if the product was named glue.
Oh.
Like maybe it was hair glue. It's like, well, Gorilla Glue.
Mm. No, they had to get plastic surgery to get it fixed, and they're saying they're suing Gorilla Glue. What? How did? Okay.
I think I need to like watch the whole thing.
How?
I didn't realize that it was this crazy.
What on earth? Did she spray the entire can and then like let it cure overnight? Like, I have cans of spray glue. If I sprayed my hair, I would just have sticky glue hair, and I would have to shave. Mm-hmm. Like, there would not be permanent damage. Harkins Aquatic. Actually, in the early 2000s, there was a hair gel that advertised with a gorilla.
Ah.
Joe Dracos. For bases, I mix up some gravel and sand and put that over the base before applying any other effects. It breaks up the flat pretty good. Yeah, it does. I'll sometimes use either expanding foam of Gorilla Glue, or I'll glue down some Crayola modeling material, which is like an air clay, and it's nice and light, or I'll use cat litter. Those are like my 3 little tricks. Or sometimes some cork.
Use cat litter.
Mm-hmm.
Cork. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just know that it happened.
Mm-hmm. The SNL skit was great.
Oh my god. Imagine SNL being great. I'm a hater. I'm an SNL hater.
I don't watch SNL. I've watched some monologues of people I like.
Mm-hmm. There was a every once in a while they get me, but And they did some very funny stuff. And then,
I think
recently,
I think Michael Richards is going to host soon.
Is that true? It should be. Mm-hmm. They do a skit about him at the Laugh Factory.
Connor Reed. Hey, I'm trying to practice my freehand 2D right now. What's a good material to do it on? Models.
Ooh.
I say always practice on models. Because you don't have, I don't know, and I'm sure other people are different. Some people probably, I've never been good at like practicing art through like exercises. Like I've done it before. I've like drawn like 50 hands, but it's just not fun, and I don't feel like I don't learn anything really. But doing 3 figures, or just painting a mini and maybe not having it be perfect. But being like, okay, I had the challenge was presented to me, and then I had to overcome it. I always feel like I learn more with that than just kind of practicing like safely. Dr. Choco. The original hair product that she ran out of was a brand called Got to Be Glued. They make gels and pomads and hairspray. That seems like a suspect name. Gotta be glued. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't spray my head with something called glue. Slick Gorilla is a popular brand. Sure, I mean the name might be similar, but you gotta know instantly this is not meant for hair. As soon as it starts to smell like chemicals, like horrendous, awful chemicals.
I mean, I would assume that whatever that hair stuff is probably smells weird.
You think? I mean, I've used hairspray a bunch, like
Yep, smells weird.
In costuming, and in my beard. I go through a can a day, but and it doesn't smell like paints or like glue.
Still smells weird.
It doesn't smell like, oh, like this is gonna hurt my eyes and throat and mouth.
I feel like I don't know. I think people don't know. Imagine you never use it before, and then you just use it. I don't know. I think I would start feeling weird when I have to go to the like Home Depot to get it. But
you buy it from the home improvement section.
Yeah, I would feel a little like, I wonder if I'm not at home.
I mean, it must have been doing what you wanted it to do, or else you would have stopped. So it must have been getting the job done, I suppose. Tom Dalton, gotta be glue is a nightmare to get out, and it smells horrible.
Interesting.
Cosmic Spud. Is there a mold line on his head? No, he has a big scar on his face. And the scar is very proud. So it does kind of look like he's just got like a worm on his face. But no, that is intentional. Dr. Jokel, the rule is spray cans on the bathroom counter go in your hair. Spray cans under the kitchen sink or garage cannot go in your hair. I think those are words to live by. Unless something happens, like you run out and you have to use a little auto body filler on the old hair.
You know what was a good SNL sketch? Just thinking about a recent-ish one. Dave Chappelle, when Dave Chappelle was on, and they did one about the racist mascots. Very funny. Very funny.
I like me some Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that was very, very, very funny. Did you hear that they're paying him for a show?
I didn't realize he wasn't getting paid for his show.
Yes, because he signed way back when he signed a contract to not get paid essentially, and then he made a fuss about it, and people didn't watch the show and made it like not as valuable, and then they paid him. So he finally got paid for it, and then that's why it's on Netflix and stuff.
Nice. Harkins Aquatics. The spray she used is to secure vinyl tiles and laminate wood products. Yeah. I'm gonna say it's her fault.
But Ellen did nothing wrong.
Ellen did nothing wrong. I love Ellen.
Eons of Ellen.
Ellen would never do something rude or mean or criminal.
And she loves her interns.
She loves her interns. She would never verbally harass and berate them. She would never create a hostile work environment. She would always make her staff that have been with her for years and years, she would make sure they're taken care of. Oh, Ellen.
And we're talking about this person with the glue. Like, I don't know. I'm just not surprised because imagine, like, we used to work in a scene shop. Imagine how many people didn't know how to sweep.
Yeah.
or like didn't know, like you start. Oh my gosh, the amount of times I saw people clean the floor and then clean the tables onto the floor and then clean the floor again was
Yeah.
insane.
Everyone.
I'm just not surprised that people don't know what goes in your hair and what doesn't.
Heard Kevin James is a bit of a jerk too. I thought Kevin James was nice. Joe Rogan said he was nice.
Mm-hmm.
If Ellen goes on Joe Rogan, holy cow,
Yeah,
I would
that's
watch
not
that
happening.
so hard. I would watch it so hard. Why wouldn't she?
I don't.
I mean,
I
she
don't
hasn't
think
been
has any-
asked, but
Yeah, she hasn't, and she number one, she won't be asked. But then also, like, what is there to gain from her going on that show? She has her own show where she
that's
talks.
true.
And well, she pretends to talk.
I would
Someone
think she's an
writes stuff.
absolute legend if she went on. What I want more than anything is because apparently she's just the worst, which means that she has all that pent up anger and frustration. I would love her to come out with a new stand up special where we just meet the new Ellen.
Mm-hmm. The new Ellen. Yep.
That's all I have ever wanted. Imagine Joe on the Ellen show. Yeah, well, did you hear that Ellen is moving to Austin, Texas?
Aren't we all?
Mm-hmm. I want Ellen to go on Red Letter Media. Yeah, one of the Red Letter Media guys, a photo of them was featured on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Like a weird photo from when they were a kid.
Amazing. Why?
Just because it became one of those, like an internet meme. And then it was on the Ellen show as like, look at this weird thing. And she like showed it to some celebrity, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Power Surge. Why is Ellen even popular? What did she do that got her that show? Well, didn't she have a really popular like sitcom?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she's people say she was a pretty good stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I saw one special of hers, and I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember it.
Mm-hmm. Which is always a good sign
Yeah.
of a good thing.
Because
Because you remember everything.
yeah.
Like when you watch stuff.
That's
you
true.
really
I
remember
do.
it. So for you to not remember it,
Mm-hmm. I remember her first joke was a joke about procrastinating on writing the jokes for this show, and it was very funny. But then it was like, wait, did you really not write jokes? Like, is this a joke?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I hope there's jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here is another problem I face with this model. It's very similar to the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
So this shoulder pad is just white, and realistically there would be a symbol on that shoulder pad. But everything in the world is between me and that shoulder.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there'd be a symbol on the shoulder pad.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. Where? All right, that's the midline. Can I draw enough of an omega to make it look like it's there?
Mm-hmm.
What have other people done with this model?
I bet you they left the shoulder pad white.
Probably. Probably hard to even look this up. CATO SICARIUS metal model.
Old AF.
It is I, CATO SICARIUS. All right, left it blank. Left it blank. Left blank. Left it blank.
Are those
Left blank.
good? Are those good paint jobs?
No. Left blank. Left blank. Left blank. All right, well, now I feel like I have to paint something because no one else did it.
Mm-hmm.
Left blank. Whew. All right, I think I gotta.
So you're gonna put a middle finger, or
Joe Draco's. Don't do it. One mistake and it's all over. Well, one mistake and then I have to fix it all. Maybe what I can do is I can kind of fake it. I think I'm going to try to paint a stripe of blue and then make it kind of look like the Omega. Yeah, I'm going to try that and see if that works.
perfect. Well, we'll all be watching.
Yeah, you guys haven't been watching me paint, right? Because I get really self-conscious when people watch me paint. So if you can all just look away.
Get really self-conscious.
It's a little too thick.
The freehand portrait. Joey Flores, can you announce on the Discord at everyone to watch? You can turn off. You can turn off those notifications very easily.
This reminds me of that meme I shared, from Doctor Strange. Like, Strange, this is no time for freehand. I can't, or I'm gonna freehand it. You can't freehand it. I can and I will. Doctor Strange, this is no time to show off. And then he's freehanding a Lamenter's chapter insignia. Is funny joke. It reminds me also of the Queen's Gambit memes where people Photoshop a 40k game. Maybe a slogan like "No DDS." That'd be pretty good. Like, the moon landings are real, but dentists are fake. I mean, we probably didn't go to the moon, but I'm joking. We did go to the moon.
We landed recently.
Allegedly,
we landed a rover on Mars. Like just a couple days ago. A new one. I think it's called the Ford Explorer or whatever. I don't know.
So it's a Ford Compass.
A Jeep Compass.
Oh yeah, Jeep Compass.
Oh, I know my Jeeps. Red Jeep, blue Jeep. I like the Jeep truck.
Aren't they all
That?
trucks?
No. Well, there's one that has like a truck bed. It looks like it has a truck bed. I think it's a Gladiator or something. People hate it, and I think that's funny. So I'll always, and I don't really love it either, but I'll take the opinion that it's amazing. And yeah, I think it's not the worst. I want a Cybertruck though. If I was gonna get a truck,
I want whatever one was showed off because that thing looked cool. It looked like something out of Blade Runner.
I mean, you can reserve yours for $100. But then you have to pay like 40 grand
Yeah.
later.
All right, so I painted a blue stripe. And so I'm thinking that like on the blue stripe would be something. Maybe not an omega, but probably numerals would make sense.
But that'd be cool.
I mean, numerals would go right where the chains are. Sergeant Beans. I have yet to see evidence of an actual dentist. Tabers Roselle. I stopped my own painting in order to watch to help the pressure. Power Surge. Speaking of Lamenters, Adeptus Ridiculous, his latest podcast, was about them. Sisters Battle is still my favorite episode, though. Oh, I need to look up the Adeptus Ridiculous, because I always need more podcasts.
I sent you a link if you want to see what the Gladiator looks like.
The Mars rover? Oh,
no, the Jeep.
Oh, that is odd.
Yeah, right?
It looks like a regular Jeep, just with if you photoshopped a bed on the back.
Mm-hmm. People hate it.
Boy. It's kind of neat. I don't know. It's kind of different. I like cars that are different.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. It looks real wide.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's just because it's so different looking.
Yeah, I guarantee it's probably less
average.
wide than my Jeep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool. I don't mind it. I mean, what, should it just look like everything else?
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's no Tesla, it's no Cybertruck, but...
Yeah, but that doesn't look like a normal truck either.
No.
The thing that I don't like... Well, and I mean, I'm assuming a lot of trucks can't fit a 4x8. And I always find it's nice to fit a 4x8.
Yeah.
I feel like I like that option.
Mm-hmm. Tackle Pig. Wait, isn't the chapter symbol supposed to be on the left pauldron? Yes, but sometimes with characters and like heroes and leaders, their armor is a little bit more custom, and so they don't follow the rules. But yeah, usually the chapter symbol would be on the left, and then the right would be their designation, like assault, tactical, or devastator. Aquino Quinones. Hot take. Jeep people are better than Tesla people.
They're both fiery groups.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Drokel. I want a Cybertruck but with better windows. I remember the window thing, but I mean, I feel like I just need windows of average strength. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they're going to be, you don't need them to be bulletproof or
No.
whatever. Okay.
I think I could get by with average strength windows.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it'd be cool
if
maybe if they were like extra insulating or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't need them bulletproof.
Well, that's pretty ridiculous. I don't actually know if they're bulletproof. I think that they're just really strong.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to, you're not supposed to be able to throw a metal ball at it. I think I believe the side panels are bulletproof to like a handgun. Or something.
That's pretty surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they must have some sort of a Kevlar or something in there. Or maybe not Kevlar, but something.
The handgun.
Handgun will go through metal.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's
probably up to like
it's
an eighth inch.
It's folded stainless steel.
Folded stainless steel. Yeah, that would probably catch a bullet.
Mm-hmm. It's like the body and the frame are all one. It's like a unibody. So it's all folded out of one piece of steel. Yeah.
Neat.
Which is why it's mildly-ish, in quotations, affordable. Because a car like that could cost a lot of money if they made it in a different way.
I wonder if what handgun means, because there's a lot of different handguns that shoot a lot of different bullets.
The side panel will stop a 9mm.
Ah, okay. Classic. Will it stop a baby 380? Stop a 45?
Harkins Aquatics has a Cybertruck on order.
Mm.
Me and 1.3 million other people. Mine was set at 78K. Like, is that your reservation number? Or is that your price? It does seem I mean, it seems like a very cool car.
Mm-hmm.
And
somebody can blast at you with some 9mm.
Exactly. And I am worried about that.
Yeah. Because they're not shooting 22 rimfire. They're shooting 9mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's struggle. 30 times cold rolled stainless steel. 3mm stick. Stainless is 3mm thick and will stop a 45. 3mm thick, stop a 45. That maybe 3mm thick. That's not very much. Although 45 bullet is not going as fast as the 9mm bullet, so that's probably true.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they just made the car and they were like, let's shoot it and see what happens.
That's 100% what happened.
And then that's how they figured it out. And they're like, it's bulletproof to a certain degree. No, that was the price.
The flamethrower test did not go nearly as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Harkins Aquatics. No, that was the price. 69K plus 8K for the full self-driving. Woo! I watched a compilation video of Teslas swerving out of the way, saving the driver during accidents. Someone there was a almost a pileup, and the car actually sped forward to not get hit automatically by the other cars behind it. Or a truck accidentally veered into the lane and the Tesla moved over. Pretty neat.
It'll stop, but will it stop a 50 HE bullet? High explosive?
Probably not.
Ryan Sargent. Night all. I need to sleep.
Yeah. Good night. I hope that's the last thing you think about is me burping.
AR. It seems the Magnum type handguns might see some more use. Yeah, because the Cybertruck's going to be stopping all those little bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Blast that with a shotgun.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would stop a shotgun. I mean, maybe not a slug.
Yeah. I think we should co-own one.
Power Surge. I want to convert 5 Assault Intercessors into Vanguard Veterans with dual claws. Is the exchange worth it? I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it needs to be an exchange because the Vanguard Veteran kit comes with a lot more weapons than the Lightning Claws. So you could put the Lightning Claws on the Intercessors and then just put something else on the onto the Vanguard Vets, like maybe Power Swords or Chain Swords. Dual Chain Sword is actually. I mean, I don't know if it's true in 8th, or in 9th edition, but in 8th edition, Vanguard Vets with dual chain swords was actually pretty sweet. 4 attacks on the charge, deep striking. Pretty cheap, because both the chain swords are free.
Oh, yeah. So, for the 78K, is that the dual motor setup? They got a single, dual, and tri.
Harkins Aquatics. What's the point of a $300,000 vehicle with breakable windows? Seen folded in windows on a Ferrari. Does Ferrari have bulletproof windows?
No.
They have anti-brake windows? I mean, I guess all windows are anti-brake, but they still break.
Yes. I think all windows are breakable if you break them.
Yeah.
That's usually my theory.
Wouldn't it be great if all Teslas came with a copy of Cyberpunk 2073 or whatever it's called?
Nailed it. 20, is it? Yeah. 2077?
Maybe? That sounds right.
2069, I believe it was. But yeah, I think it's neat. I wonder if it's so neat that that's going to be like the car. Like that's, you know how you see, I don't know, what's a car that everybody sees?
Like a Hyundai Sonata or
Hyundai Sonatas, yeah, something like that.
There's
or like a Ford F-150. A lot of people have normal, just plain old normal trucks. Be interesting. I see a lot of Model S's. Oh my God, Harkins Aquatics. 58K is the try. 500 plus mile range and 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. Amazing. Well, you'll have to report back when they make them. When are they making them? Like later this year?
That's one person. I am a new player and I want to get into the hobby. I want to play Grey Knights or Custodes. Which one is better for a beginner? I don't know. I have a little Grey Knight army. The nice thing about both those armies is that they're a low model count army, which means you don't need as many models to play the game. And it's a little bit more for... and there's a little bit less to keep track of. Like instead of having... 60 models in your army, or maybe even 100 models in your army, you're probably going to have like 30, 40, maybe. I would lean Grey Knights because I think they're super cool. Custodes are pretty awesome too, though. I think whichever one just gets you more excited. Probably go online. Maybe Goonhammer. Goonhammer is really good for gaming articles. You can read up on them.
And you actually become a goon as well.
Yes.
Harkins Aquatics. Limited production in 2021. Full production in 2022. Neat. That is very, very neat.
AR. Custodes is universal, so I would say Custodes. What does universal mean? Quinones. Grey Knights are great, but Custodes have more support, newer models, and better rules. I think they might have more support, but I feel like Grey Knights still have more kits. Maybe not the Nemesis Dread Knight. The Nemesis Dread Knight, Grey Knight Paladins, and then the Grey Knight Space Marine squads, but then they also get access to stuff like Razorbacks, Land Raiders, and the Flyer, where a lot of the Custodes vehicles are actually Forge World. So I actually think Grey Knights are much more accessible. I don't know much about the rules, though. I've heard mixed reports that they are a little bit poopy. They also let you take advantage of the Psychic phase, which is kind of fun. Not a lot of armies get to use Psychic shenanigans. Harkins Aquatic. Custodes are a little more forgiving, and you don't have to deal with the Psychic phase. You know what, though? The Psychic phase is another way to deal damage. You get a whole extra phase that not everyone gets.
You know what I wonder about with the kill team? I wonder how the Psychic phase works in that.
That's true. That's
fun.
Yeah, but I bet if you can take advantage of the Psychic phase, you're working with a little bit extra. What is that for? Probably Eldar. God, who else would even have it? Maybe some Chaos stuff?
Probably.
Probably Zinch.
Mm-hmm. Zinch.
Now Custodians can use 30k stuff and Sisters of Battle. Yeah, but the 30k stuff's all Forge World. AR. They are universally good as an elite-focused army, whereas the Grey Knights really excel at demon fighting. The Grey Knights are really not good, except for fighting demons. I mean, demons are a lot like orcs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, low toughness, high body count.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Draco. I personally feel that Space Marines would be a better starting army, as the army is much more forgiving when you make a mistake, but with lower count model armies, one mistake is usually fatal. It's not usually fatal. I would say go into whatever is interesting, not whatever has good rules or whatever the current hotness.
That's true. If you don't like your army, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't inspire you.
Mm-hmm. AR. So Custodians as an elite army are universally better. No, because a lot of their models are you have to buy them from Forge World, and you're paying Forge World prices. Grey Knights are classic. They've been around a long time. They have better eBay ability because they can take a lot of Space Marine kits.
Bah.
They have a nice flyer in the whatever it's called, the big boxy flyer that Space Marines have. Oh yeah, and can't they do something with Sisters of Silence? The Grey Knights. I mean, the Grey Knights and the Sisters of Battle used to be the same army, although they split off a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Harkins Quiet, not Tau. I agree, not Tau. That's where I draw the line. Don't play Tau.
Mm-hmm.
Tau are icky.
Unless you like them, then you can play Tau.
Demons are a lot like orcs, as in easy to kill in a lot of ways. Yeah. Demons are a lot like orcs. Jay is a speciesist.
Mm-hmm.
Kinonas. Grey Knights are cheaper to find, but Custodians Forge World stuff is also cheap on eBay. I mean, maybe if you're getting it from certain countries.
Russia.
Sergeant Beans, I assembled my first Riptide today. Can't wait to watch it explode in-game. Connery, demon can be an offensive term. They prefer morality-challenged beings instead.
That's amazing.
Baltimore has an amazing video on the Grey Knights, where it's told from the perspective of a citizen on a planet who's in line to be interrogated by Grey Knights because his planet was invaded by demons. And it's so cool. Good old Baltimore. I want to do a video with Baltimore.
What would the video
is
be?
He on Discord?
Let's see.
Yeah. Maybe a lore thing.
A lot of people part of this now.
You think they should cap it?
No, I mean I think it should just be by the thing that annoyed me is that they have it your first
Oh,
name first
yeah.
and then your username. It should be your username and then your first name. I understand why they have it that way, but it makes it hard for me specifically.
That one person. I wanted a good kill team because that's what my friend said it would be. Said I would like, and I said, "Cool, Grey Knights and Custodians." And I thought going to you and asking because your videos are very well for kill team. Grey Knights are a great pick because I think you can build almost all Grey Knight models for kill team out of the one like box of Grey Knight Strike Squad. It's a really good one box army. Notorious Champ. Question: when are you going to paint Pious Vorn? Probably when I'm ready to put together my Sisters of Battle kill team.
A couple of years.
Yeah, a couple years.
I do not see a Voldemort.
Mm.
I don't think there's any lore people.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be a nice, maybe, you know, they should add a few.
Mm-hmm. Vapor 98. How long have you been painting this one miniature? I don't know, like 15 hours, 20 hours?
Okay, let's
more?
see. So there's 12 parts. So that's 12 hours, but then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those days were like 3 or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that is.
So 12 plus 4?
No. Well, it'd be. I can't do it in my head because
there's an hour every day, but on 2 days we went long. So
4 days we went long.
4 days we went long. Oh
Last
my
week
goodness.
and this week.
So 12 plus 8. 20.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so 12 hours. Then we did one long day, another long day. We did it yesterday, and then we did today another 3 hours. So we're at 22.
Mm-hmm. Now, well, speaking of 22, I'll be right back. I have to poo.
22, I have to poo. And I'm still working on this little flamer guy. I'm base coating away. I'm putting on some copper bits, and then I'm going to do some verdigris. Joey Flores. Well, that's a first. It is true. I mean, I just wear a diaper. I mean, I've been very vocal about my diaper wearing. And, I mean, I feel like that's just kind of the best way to do it. Harkins Aquatic. A burner boy? Yeah. A little burner boy for my kill team. Dr. Drokel. What? What does 22 have to do with poo? What does it mean? That's true. You'll not have to figure out the conspiracy behind 22 I have to poo. Joey Flores, Jesus Christ. It's getting about that time. We ever going to see you stream Paint Nick? I don't know. Maybe. I think it's probably more likely I do a 3D modeling, especially if you're, well, you know, as Joey knows, as a Patreon supporter. We talked a little bit about that yesterday. I hope he doesn't come back. Like, it just takes this entire time, like 20 minutes, to really, you know, plow it out. Oh, here he comes.
Ooh. All right.
He squeezed out a fast one.
Yeah. Ooh, when are we gonna see you stream paint, Nick? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not as good as you, so I don't know what I'm teaching.
I mean, I don't know if people are watching for the teaching.
That's true. I can paint things very okay. I do, because what we talked about yesterday with the 3D modeling, that's something that I'd be a lot more interested in.
Mm-hmm. John Johnson, how long do you usually do these things for? It's an hour every day, but on Saturdays we go long. We usually do about 3 hours. And on Fridays, we actually do an extra couple of hours, but only for the Patreon supporters.
Yeah. Jerry Flores, Pug Night?
Pug Night?
Pug Night.
Oh, we got plans for the Pug Night.
We got plans for Pug Night. We got pug plans.
Big old pug plans. I knew a pug. And
it died.
No, its eyeball fell out of its head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might be dead. It's been quite a few years. But yeah, it didn't have an eye, and I was like, oh, what happened to its eye? I was like, it just fell out one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, pugs are doing great.
Because they're not supposed to be alive.
No.
John Johnson. So on Fridays, there's a private cam show. You better believe it. I take off all of my clothes.
Joe Dracos. Ever purchase a secondhand model and start painting and discover it has some flashing that the previous owner didn't clean, then quickly discover they didn't bother cleaning any of it? Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I usually get pretty frustrated with secondhand models because it's just they didn't do exactly what I would have done in preparing the model. Oh yeah, we go full croc on the patron only streams.
Full croc. Skies out, Crocs out.
Man, I think the red really pops on this model.
Mm-hmm.
Foot Fridays. Boy, I don't know. It's very, very chilly in my basement, but I have just been having my paint doesn't last long on the palette. It dries up. For some reason, it seems like paint does best at like comfortable room temperature, not in chilly temperature. Just discovered some flashing on the Hero Duel. I posted it on the Discord server. Ooh, I love a Hero Duel. I've heard them called the Hero Doodles. Rock out with your Crocs out. Joe Draco's cold dries the palette faster than heat because heat holds the moisture in the air better. Ah, neat. I know. I was watching Jazza, and he was talking about using a couple of different palettes, and he's like, "Yeah, it keeps the paint fresh for like weeks." And I was like, "What? That can't be." I've never used a palette product. Maybe it's time I tried one. My entire painting career, I've always used this plate with a paper towel and some parchment paper. But maybe it's time.
I have a heated palette. I put it, yeah. There's a microwave under it. Always microwaving my palette. So my paints are very steamy.
Sergeant Beans. Good night, boys. CATO is looking groovy.
Good night.
James Cameron Clark. My red grass one has kept paint wet for over a month. All right, well, I think I'm going to have to buy a product. Because it would be nice to not have to refresh my palette every time. Do you put it in the refrigerator when you're done using it? Like when you finish up a paint session?
I put mine in a sauna. It usually helps me.
Joe Dracos. I use 80-pound paper, provided the humidity in the air is good. It lasts a week and a half. A real wet palette is very nice. Vapor 98. Jazza inspiring artists everywhere to spend more money and to paint more stuff. I like Jazza. He seems like fun.
I think there's a lot of people out there that inspire people to buy more stuff.
I mean, I don't think artists need much convincing to buy more stuff.
No. Nope. Yeah. You just need someone to kind of hint that maybe you should kind of buy something.
Maybe this pen is all right. All right, I've already bought the entire set, all 50 colors.
Yeah, I kind of like this one pen a little bit. Great, I already bought it.
It's a tax write-off anyways. Power Surge. Yeah, it's legit. I got one too when I began, and the paint doesn't dry, but my first sponge started to get mold. I added pennies to disable that, and it worked so far. Huh. What if you just mixed Lysol in your paint? You know what? That might be a good way to stop brush licking too.
That's yeah.
If the paint tastes like poison.
I bet. Yeah, because the pennies have copper in it, and the copper kills bacteria. Isn't that a thing?
That's why you can actually drink from the fountains at the mall. That water is actually circulated to the drinking fountains.
Yeah, it's circulated through the pennies.
James Cameron Clark. Mine is just in my living room on the desk. Just checked. The paint there hasn't been touched since Christmas Eve, and it's still wet to the touch. Maybe not usable, but still wet. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna have to. I know some people put out some videos on like what is the best possible one. So I think a wet palette is in my future. The only thing is I might have to buy another small plate, like maybe like a soy sauce dish, because I really do like grabbing water from my palette. But if it's a sponge, I obviously don't want to get it covered in paint. So maybe I'll have my little dish with a paper towel and water. So I'll take it from the palette. I'll hydrate my brush with the sponge, and then I'll go to the model. Joe Dracos. Poison typically tastes sweet. That would not stop that. I mean, I don't think Lysol tastes sweet.
It tastes salty.
Tarkin's Aquinas. Reach out to Redgrass and see if they will give you one. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. John Johnson, you should use soy sauce as a wash. I think actually in people who build props and stuff, I think soy sauce is sometimes used to weather wood. Like really fast.
And miniatures are basically wood. Dr. Drokel, EOB doesn't talk you into buying stuff. They actively talk you out of it.
We do our best, but it never works.
You don't need dropper bottles. You don't need a paint shaker. Blah blah blah.
Actually, you do need paint shakers, and you do need dropper bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, these guys don't know what they're talking about.
You misquoted us. Yeah.
And we actively. If you use a little block of wood, you're going to get hand fatigue, and your hands will actually fall off.
Mm-hmm. And we actively tell people to not buy more crap, or like more models, and finish the ones that they already have. They were horrible.
We're monsters.
Mm-hmm. Imagine finishing what you already have.
John Johnson, miniatures are basically food since you're buying them instead of food, and soy sauce goes on food. So, Harkins Aquatics, tea is used to stain wood. Yes, I've heard that too.
Have you ever used up a whole pen?
No. Actually, I think
like all the way, its entire life. Like it didn't dry out.
Up
like
my purple.
Used up all the ink.
Do you remember I used to have purple pens?
Oh, I do remember.
I did use up a couple of those.
Oh my god, all the way?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Usually, you lose them.
You lose them,
before that happens.
Yeah, and like I bought 20 pens. I used up like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like I had to throw away 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think I own 3.
Yeah.
So all the rest of them have vanished over the years.
Yep. Someone's lucky out there. Do you ever wonder what the pens are doing right now?
Sometimes I always wonder because like I would always know if I made a mark because it would be purple and no one else would write with purple.
Mm-hmm. And then one time you saw someone write with purple and you knew someone stole something.
Mm-hmm.
I had pencils that were they're not yellow. They're wood colored, and nobody else had wood colored pencils. And so I always knew when people stole my pencils. I'm like, that's mine. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, the wood pencil with the black eraser is mine.
Kino knows. EOB is basically saying that they're the most sensible Warhammer YouTubers, which is true, and why they think the moon landing happened. It was still faked, and that dentists aren't real.
Yep. Mainly that one.
Power Surge. I did the dropper bottle thing, and it gave me so much more room. Oh, yeah, because I'm sure that paint was taking up a lot of space in slightly larger containers. Dr. Jokel, you guys are never going to get jobs with Games Workshop with this don't buy this attitude.
Mm-hmm. I mean, right when we get a job with Games Workshop, we'll switch our tune.
Oh, yeah.
We'll shill it up, as people already think we do.
Lucky bat. I once finished a chapstick and a pen on the same day. It was the most magical day of my life. Holy cow.
Gosh.
If you used up a deodorant on that day, too, it would have been the trifecta.
Mm-hmm. And a shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
Man. You should time it so you use it all up on the same day. As many things as you can think of.
Viper98. Is Nick a YouTuber or just a cool guy? Yeah, a lot of people don't know who Nick is.
I like to think I'm both.
Mm-hmm. Do you wanna clue him in?
I do this as my YouTube channel. We make the videos together, and so I do a lot of the editing. And by a lot,
you do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know the program we use to edit.
Mm-hmm. I would say
I typically paint.
Mm-hmm. I would say I do a lot of it compared to you.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Jokel, if you use gel pens, you'll use them up pretty quickly. Signing probably 20 or so documents a day will burn through one in a few weeks.
I'm also a cool guy. So, if you want to watch a video that I'm in, we did the 3 painting. With 3 painting ones, and then we did the paint an army in the week.
Yeah.
challenge.
Oh yeah. Nick is prominently featured in that video.
Mm-hmm. I paint up my orcs, and you get to see me slowly lose my mind.
Which it's been a couple of weeks since that video, and Nick is almost done.
Yeah, it's all done.
Really, I think you just needed a couple extra days.
Yeah, exactly. I only had a couple of models to paint.
Vapor 98, he's the behind the scenes guy. John Johnson, I used some nice pens for work, but I gave up. Too pretentious.
Oh yeah,
Nick, you got into
Fountain pens for a little
fountain
bit.
pens.
Mm-hmm. They're pain because you have to. I mean, I like them. It was also fun because I used them to write in my diary,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a fun excuse.
Mm.
Like I'm gonna use my fancy pen to write in my fancy diary, and that was kind of fun. But now, to write in my diary, I use just a pink felt tip. So.
I thought it was a novelty feather pen.
Mm-hmm. Right. And you have to lick the end. Or why? I don't know. Because they used to have to do that.
Joe Draco.
Dr. Trokel, Diary of a Wimpy Nick.
That's great. Joe Dracos. It took me a year to paint 11,000 points of Tyranids. Just have 55 models left to go. That can't be true. 1,100 points of Tyranid? Or 11,000 points of Tyranids in a year? That's so many. How many, like...
Although, I mean, was it Hormigons or Termagants? Like, maybe it's a... Yeah, it depends on the paint scheme. Like you could paint them one color, do a dry brush, and they're done.
Still, the base adds minutes. Painting the rim of the base adds minutes. Putting the varnish on adds minutes. Monature, I still maintain the best fountain pen is a $20 Pilot. Your average bear gaming. Fountain pen guy over here.
There's a huge community of fountain pens. They write really smooth. You don't, and the thing that I like is that there's no pressure. Like you don't have to put any pressure as you're writing. So if you were like doing a lot of writing, which me and my diary, I go all in, and so like it wouldn't cramp up your hand because you wouldn't be like jamming into the paper. Because I write kind of hard. John Johnson, you guys exist in a parallel Chicago to me where it's $18.99 and he uses a fountain pen.
Joe Dracos. 15 colors on each gaunt, 120 Termagants, 60 Ormagants, 40 Steelers, 30 Gargoyles, and so on. Are you sure? That 11,000 points. I mean, I have 5,000 points of Necrons, and it covers a table pretty good. Like, would it take a room to display your collection? Joe Johnson, it's taken me 5 years to not paint my army. Dr. Jokel, the best pen is the largest feather you can find, a well of ink on your desk, and writing by beeswax candlelight.
Hell yeah.
Power Surge. How do you get 13 points worth of Tau? I think you bring one Tau Manta from Forge World. Joe Dracos. Yep, I have 4 shelves. I feel like my Necrons fit on 4 shelves.
Depends on the shelf.
I guess so.
You should post a picture to the
Yes!
Discord.
Yes, post a picture to the Discord. Do it!
Do it.
Do it, do it, do it! Do it! John Johnson, I truly got halfway through my Space Marines, huge collection, and then they dropped Primaris. Well, I mean, you can still play the Space Marines. I mean, it's probably going to be a decade before officially Space Marines are no longer a thing.
Yep.
Is Discord public or only for paying members? It's public.
It's public. You can join.
Yeah, we take everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's a link in the description, so you can just join right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I'm actually getting pretty close on this guy.
Yeah. Always good to squeeze it out.
Harkins quiet. It takes me an entire 4x8 table to put on my 13,000 points. Oh, Tau. That sounds about right. I just do chaos now because who cares what they look like? Good old chaos.
I love good chaos.
We should do a video and feature my cultist Chan model because that always gets comments.
Mm-hmm. Or Biddy Tau.
Biddy Tau.
Biddy Tau's the crouching sniper.
Yeah, Harkins Aquatics. Do you have any of the Biddy Taus from from War Games exclusives?
Because if you don't, you might have to add those to the old collection.
I mean, 13,000 points of Tau. It sounds like you're all in. I mean, you know, you gotta.
How many nudie Taus do you have?
Harkins Aquatics. I have 24 devilfish. Joe Dracos. I have 3 companies worth of Space Marines. Still not enough. John Johnson. I have 24 goldfish.
Ooh.
In this carpet, there's probably 24 silverfish.
Silver fishing.
Mm-hmm. You ever seen them? They're weird looking bugs.
Yes, they are. I've seen them in Minecraft.
I don't get why they're in Minecraft.
I don't either.
I mean, it's like a neat unit, but why are they silverfish? Like, why not like have them be like molds or something or worms?
Yeah, I like the slimes.
Ah, the slimes are fun. I always lose my mind. I forget why I needed slime, but I needed slime, and I could not, for the life of me, find a swamp. And then it turns out that they only spawn in the swamp in like a full moon. And then I was like, well, how the hell do I tell a full moon in Minecraft? I had to read like 9 wikis to be able to get slime balls for some recipe that I'm sure wasn't worth it.
Yep.
John Johnson. I should join the Discord. I am an accomplished meme smith, and I can't drop them here. Yeah, and if you finish,
do have a meme channel.
And if you finish any models, you can post a before and after picture to the Discord, and we will feature it in one of our videos.
Yeah.
EOB complete.
Mm-hmm.
Harkins Aquatics. I have 3 of the huge Forge World battle suits, 1 for each weapon loadout. Wow, most people magnetize, but not you. To you, those people are plebs.
Yep, those are losers.
John Johnson. I have a lot of filthy chaos completes. I love to hate them. Best kind of models.
Harkins Aquatics. I need you to post a meme that is 22. I got to poog. Speaking of 22, which I don't even know why you said. What was 22?
I don't remember.
Oh, was it 422?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Connor Reed, when glazing black, should I do more paint or more water for smoothness? Lots of water. Black usually has pretty good coverage. So you wanna thin that puppy way down. Joe Dracos, my Hierophant is codenamed Precious. My wife made her a collar. A collar.
That's fun.
I mean, they're about the right. It's bigger than some chihuahuas.
Some chinchillas.
Did you see that YouTube video I sent you earlier today?
Yes, I
that
did.
was so great. It's a chihuahua and he's twerking.
Mm-hmm.
Like just going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Zatzator, is it just me or you went crazy on the video this week? 3 paint jobs?
What do you mean by crazy?
Yeah. Harkins quiet. To be honest, magnets on 1 pound of resin, and it pulls them out. That's true. Yeah, a lot of the Forge World stuff is so heavy that even magnets become like inappropriate to use.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, John Johnson. I'm actually proud. I finished 100 cultists in about 2 weeks. 4 to 5 colors per model. Most models I've ever painted in one go. Still hate them though because they're filthy.
Yeah.
Love a good cultist.
Mm-hmm.
I remember painting a bunch of Chaos cultists because my neighbor played Chaos, and we'd have painting parties
PPs.
where we would help get each other's models done.
You know what I was just thinking about?
What?
With the keep your Primaris off my Space Marines video.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things, and I don't think I saw anyone comment on it, was there's the drop pod that has like the crab claws or the crab legs.
Yeah.
And I had a picture of it where it's on its side, and I put
you put a sensor bar.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one said anything about that.
You know what's a hilarious little detail you added that I just noticed not that long ago? In the video, in the 5 ranking, like the 5 best value, worst value, when I call the boring Space Marine lieutenants, when I say it wouldn't stand out in a crowd, I noticed you actually photoshopped it into... I did not notice it. I've watched that video like 3 times. I did not notice it in the picture of the intercessors.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's an art.
Mm-hmm.
It's an art to Photoshop.
Zatzator. A lot of videos. Almost 1 a day plus the streams. Yes, we always post usually 2 short, usually hobby tutorials on Monday and Friday, and then we post a longer, like 10, 15-minute video on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, streams almost every day. Except Sunday.
It's the Lord's Day. And sometimes you do some hot takes.
Harkins Aquatics. The crab pot is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't get the crab pot at all.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really make any sense.
I just love the I don't know, the hole at the bottom
Yeah,
of it.
I guess the idea is like the claws gouge open like a building, and then the door opens and the Space Marines get pooped out.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to make any sense.
Yeah. It just looks like an asshole to me. So I put a sensor bar over
it. Seems like if anyone watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars, there's a vehicle in that seems to make more sense. It's a spaceship for the droids, and it's kind of like it's got a big point. It's a ball with a big point on the front, and the point stabs into a spaceship, and then the point turns into 4 jaws that just open, and they stretch and make a hole. And then the droids come through the hole. And that seems to make sense, but what doesn't make sense is the little asshole surrounded by teeth.
Yep.
I think that's a little bit of an older model, too, from Forge World.
Dr. Joko. I think the point of the crab pot is for Games Workshop to make money. Harkins Aquatics. The pod is a boarding pod. I get that, but I don't get the mechanics of how it
gets them onto a ship.
Mm-hmm. The photoshops are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that sensor. I think it's a weird picture that because Games Workshop had I didn't orient it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how they had it oriented on its side.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. I just felt like that was a weird orientation.
Yeah, and I think you can have it either plopped down or you can have it flying sideways on a flying stand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, just all around kind of an odd model.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't think that's not the on its side is not the sexiest position.
Yeah.
Trash boat. Wow, you guys are awake late.
Trash boat.
Trash boat. That is a boat of trash right over there.
Mm-hmm. Just working on base coating this guy's head with a little bit of Games Workshop Bugman's Glow.
Bugman's.
And I think it's done. I think that's the head.
Perfect. Dr. Jokel, not the sexiest position. Crab Pod disagrees. Crab Pod likes it on the side.
Mm-hmm. Vapor 98. It boards a ship the same way a leech drinks your blood. Yeah, but a leech has like teeth in a circle that cuts a hole. The ship, the teeth on that ship doesn't look like it can cut a hole. Trash boat. I'm actually doing some painting and green stuff work. Ooh.
Nice.
Harkins Aquatics. Your first problem is you tried to figure out how something actually works in 40k. You have to just be like an order and believe.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. I mean, it works because it says it works.
That's very true.
I just like the blunt simplicity of a classic drop pod. Just hits the ground, doors open. It's supposed to slam into a ship at very high speeds. I know a similar kind of idea was in the Astartes short film series, because there is some sort of a boarding ship smashes into the hull of an enemy spacecraft. Although it looked like that one used lasers to cut a hole. Joey Flores knocked out. Good night, all. See you on Monday's stream.
Yeah. Good night.
Mm-hmm.
Bug night.
Bug night.
Bug night. Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, you got to get the demons out somehow.
Mm-hmm. Trash boat. I like to imagine the crab pod's legs are closed until it hits, and then it lifts Tesla up. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're seeing them always open, but in actuality they're like closed to make like the point, like a bullet, like the point of a bullet, and then it hits something and then opens up. Joe Draco. It's actually a boarding torpedo. So how does it work on the tabletop? Noble Swordsman X recently got into Warhammer and got my first ad mech minis. Cleaning the first ones now, and I hope to prime soon. Ooh, neat. I love the Adeptus Mechanicus. Ben Montgomery. Hey guys, I'm headed to sleep. Just wanted to say good night. Hope you're well.
Yeah. We've been playing Kill Team.
We have. You should come hang out with us. Saturday mornings.
We should play Kill Team. Yeah, we've been doing Saturday mornings.
Mm-hmm. It's really fun. We figured it out.
We figured it out. We can play the game.
Comment makes sense now.
Yep, it all makes sense. We can do it. Love a good Ben.
James Cameron Clark. Isn't the Astartes boarding ship the Cassius assault ram from Forge World? I don't believe so. It doesn't look like it's got like the 2 pods. It looks like it's just got one. It looks kind of just like a rectangle. And you don't ever get a great look at it. Dr. Choco, crab pod never keeps his legs closed, if you know what I mean. Darkest Aquatics. I know that you can crash into other aircraft with it. That'd be hilarious if it just slams into like an orc DACA jet, and they both tumble to the ground.
You should look at the EOB Complete Discord for a sec.
When someone wants to know where you got all that Forge World dreadnoughts for cheap, maybe that's a question you should ask Jaina. It's pretty
Look
good.
at that cute collar.
And the Hero Duel. And the Hierophant Bio Titan with a little forest for a base.
Mm-hmm. a little forest.
Mm-hmm. Aw, and all the cultists. With match in their bases, match their shirts.
I
Very
love the little
nice.
collar.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very funny. Precious. Adorable. See, I like it when people have fun.
Yeah. 40k is serious business. No fun.
Ben Montgomery. I'm so there. The girl misses you guys. She talks you up. She talks you up to your students. Lots of young subscribers. What?
Neat.
Oh, to her students. I get it.
Mm.
I get it now.
Yeah, open invitation Saturday mornings.
Perfect. Saturday mornings. Yeah, what are you doing Saturday mornings?
Yeah.
Probably, maybe you're doing something.
Mm-hmm. But cancel whatever productive plans you had and play Kill Team.
Yeah.
John Johnson, nothing should be serious.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Joe Dracos, Hierophant is Precious, Scythe Hero Duel is Princess, Barbed Hero Duel is Petunia, Harridan, oh my god, you have a Harridan, is Priscilla, and the Debacurion is Penelope. Aww. Man, that's super cool that you have a Harridan. The Harridan is sweet.
Fucking done. All right, Ben. We'll message you.
Mm-hmm. John Johnson. My favorite thing about being a lucid human is being serious so few times that people never know if I'm an idiot or not.
You're an idiot. Yep. I mean, why? You only got a few years. You probably shouldn't spend all of it being so grumpy.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually Forge World, or Disney ruined my childhood, and then Games Workshop ruined my adulthood.
I mean, that's a real thing. That's a real problem.
Uh-huh.
We should make a video. It's very funny.
Mm-hmm. Who's in charge of Games Workshop? Because Kathleen Kennedy ruined Star Wars, and who can we blame?
It's Mathleen Menedy that ruined Games Workshop.
Kathleen Menedy.
Bizarro World, Kathleen Kennedy. Dr. Chuckle, you're only young once, but you can be immature forever.
Absolutely.
Nailed it.
Mathleen Wardity. Ah, Matt Word.
I got it. Yeah. A lot of people hate their lives. I unfortunately though.
Mm-hmm.
So you get people complaining. But yeah, Warhammer's supposed to be serious business.
Yes. I don't know if I believe in the aerodynamic physics of the new Primaris Repulsor Executioner.
Mm-hmm. I think someone had a comment about the Primaris video, and they said they should find different names that don't end with
Yes,
or.
I could get down with that. I think they already used up so many of their good names.
Mm-hmm.
The Impulsor, Redemptor, Invader,
Intercessor,
Interceptor, Reaver,
Biceptor,
Triceptor,
Triceratopter.
Yeah, it's a little Eradicator, Intercessor,
Yeah,
Eliminator.
They got a lot of ers and sirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have the crispness of Predator, Razorback, Land Raider,
Orc Boys,
DACA Jet.
Mm-hmm.
Luda never made sense to me. I guess they loot
That's
guns.
True. Yeah. Yep. Luda Shooter.
It would maybe. I mean, Ludas are getting kind of up there in age. It'd be really cute if they made a new Luda kit and it's literally looted guns, like they're carrying guns from other factions.
That would be fun. Maybe with like little pieces of orc tech in between to make it all work, to make it all jive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Then they'd have to update the Burna kit, or they'd make it 2 separate kits.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's pretty slick how it is. I almost wish it could stay exactly the same, but just get a straight like facelift.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could make like a mega kit that is just like Commandos, Burnas, and Ludas. Because Commandos don't have a good kit. I mean, they have a really good kit if you want 5 really nice resin boys and a really nice resin commando.
Mm-hmm.
Trash boat. Another thing about the repulsors, the anti-grab pads are on the bottom of the ship where they are most likely to be shot off. Yeah, I think the gravity plates or whatever they are, I think they look a little bit too like big and chunky. Like they don't look like they would be like anti-gravity feels like a very delicate thing. It doesn't sound like a giant steel skid. But I'm slowly warming up to some of the vehicles, especially seeing some of the really cool kit bashing people have been doing. Love the infantry though. I don't think we've gotten a bad infantry yet. Maybe the aggressors, because they kind of got iffy proportions. But other than that, I'm in love with the Primaris infantry.
Mm-hmm.
Trash boat. The Flash gets snaz guns are what I picture when I imagine the def guns, based on their description.
Mm. The Flash Kit models are neat.
They are. Vapor 98. Why does the miniature only have 5 claws on the right and only 4 on the left? No, he's got 4 and 4. Speaking of same number of claws, I think we're going to wrap up in about 10 minutes. Because I'm getting tired and it's very late here.
I'm getting sleepy. And a little weepy. I'm starting to cry a little bit. I don't know why.
Trash boat. I got 6 Imperial Fist aggressors staring at me right now. Taco Flaco Flame, hello! You're just in time to see us end in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, talking about, though, the things that Games Workshop have gotten right, or what I guess is neat, I was looking at the Assault Intercessors today, and they actually have extra armor on their sword hand, which is kind of cool.
Mm.
I remember I pointed it out when I was unboxing them, and I'm like, huh, it's kind of like a weird thing going on with their left hand.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they actually have extra armor on their sword hand.
Hmm.
I'm sure that's just Games Workshop doing something cool to lull us into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Because they're about to do something horrible.
Yeah, they're about to cancel every single army. I think that's what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to get rid of 40k.
Yes. And they're going to rename it 30k.
Yeah, exactly.
And make no money.
And make no money.
They'll make exactly as much money as Forge World does.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably way less.
Yeah. Probably.
Do you think Forge World every year, like after, right before the first quarter, they get together and they're like, so do you think we have another year in us?
Yeah. So we're going to end this, right?
They all have their resumes ready.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're going to do another year. We're going to do another year.
Okay. So what do you want us to do? Just sit around and spin in our chairs, or what?
All right,
No,
Johnson,
you guys are
Johnson,
quality.
we need you to start removing stuff from the web store.
Mm-hmm. And we need somebody doing quality control, but not actually checking.
Mm-hmm.
Get Samson over here. He did a great job on the Finecast models.
Yeah. Trash boat. Heavy intercessors and eradicators are really cool looking, though. Won't be long until you can do an entire Gravis army. That will be sweet. You can kind of go like you know, people were saying that the blandening happened with Primaris, but I feel like they're making it work. I mean, if you want to go really, really fast elite, you can go Reavers and the Infiltrators. If you want to go kind of classic, you can go Intercessors, you know, just classic one, you know, upgun Space Marines. And then if you want to go really heavy, you can go Gravis. John Johnson, I have some 30k bits on my Space Marines to accent them. Tabris Rizel, sadly, I will not have the skull on my Psychomancer done for anyone's viewing today, but possibly the next stream. I want that model now, just because everyone keeps bringing it up, that it's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Drokel, introducing the new Warhammer 40k, only $649.99, not compatible with 40k models.
Mm-hmm. Completely different rules, even though they're mostly the same.
Mm-hmm. Trash boat. They might look a little bland out of the box, but hey, have lots of open surfaces areas on them. Very easy to attach bits and sculpt on Primaris. Yeah, Jazza. I was watching Drawing with Jazza's video on his custom Space Marines, and he's doing a really cool thing. He's got really cool giant shoulder pads from Spellcrow. He's doing like giant wolf pelts on every model. He's calling them like the Space Marine chapter like of the Hidden Bear or something. And so he's making all of them like really beefy and tough looking. He's going all out.
Mm-hmm. You know, they call me beefy and tough looking.
John Johnson, maybe there's a long game where the old Marines will revolt against the Primaris. It'll look like the movie Soldier with Kurt Russell from the 90s. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet. I would love them to do maybe something following along with those lines. Maybe another Primar comes back, and is not happy with the Gilliman changes. And so there's like a civil war. Space Marine brother versus Space Marine brother.
Yeah.
The Lionel Johnson. That'd be a good pick. I mean, I feel like there's some Primarchs no one cares about. Like, who cares about Jagatai Khan? You know, Vulcan. I mean, Vulcan's sweet, but he's not one of the big players. Trash Boat. If I ever play Space Marines, I want my chapter fluff to be, hey, we're all firstborn that crossed the Rubicon before they started making new Primaris. Maybe they had a gene disease or something. I was thinking today about, like, because somebody commented, like, on the keep the Primaris out of my Space Marines, and they're like, I kind of wish maybe we didn't get so much Space Marine stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what? It's a good point. And Games Workshop really they may have spread themselves too thin. Like, just think about how many people are waiting for their specific color of Space Marines to get some love.
That's true.
It's so many. Like, Space Marines get everything. And then everyone's like, yeah, but what about the Iron Hands?
Yep.
Yeah, but what about the Black Templar? Yeah, but what about the Salamanders? Every single color of Space Marines has its fans.
They're like Skittles.
They should bring back one of those mystery Primarchs, and it's a woman. Oh, people will lose their minds. I would love it, though. Trash Boat. My T button doesn't work because my screen protector is ducked up. If I say hey, I probably meant they.
It sounds like your F is also ducked up.
Joe Draco's Vulcan is an Ultramarine in green armor. James Cameron Card. Gilliman does call the Primaris Call's blasphemous horde. Yes, that is true. Gilliman does not trust Call. And I'm sure it's going to lead to something. Harkins Aquatics. I want my green Marines to get their book. I want my yellow Marines to get a book. I want my orange Marines to get a book. I want my blue and silver Marines to get a book. I mean, we did a video, we did a song, the Periodic Table Space Marines, where we feature well over 100, I think it was like well over 150 different unique colored Space Marine chapters. Flame. I would kind of like Dorn to turn out to be alive, but gone nutty and religious. Ooh, that would be kind of neat. Then he could take over Terra and double down on the psycho-ecclesiarchy aspect, while Gilliman goes on the 500 worlds and tries to be all reasonable and boring. Trash Boat. Gilliman is also the one who tasked Call with the Primaris plan, though. Makes you wonder if Gilliman is an idiot. I wonder, though, if Call didn't take it a lot further than he wanted to, while Gilliman was in stasis for 10,000 years. Because it sounds like Call isn't much of a rules follower. Yes, it's Luke. Are you guys still going? Just watched Batman Returns while you guys were streaming. You know what? Yeah, we're planning on wrapping up right about now.
Yeah.
So thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Good night,
it's always
everyone.
Fun. It's always fun to do a long stream.
Yeah.
And we'll be back on we'll be back on Monday at 9 p.m. Central, and we'll also have a video out on Monday.
Yeah, I'm getting real close. His head, his swords, and finish off his banner. Probably just 9 more hours.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Join the Discord.
Yeah. And the Patreon.
And